what do you not like about this game? Everyone will give a different answer. All three of us. I think we would say something different that won't help NRS. Mortal Kombat 1 is a bad game. Why? Because Jade's not in it.
Gooners! Gooners! Get away from me, Gooners! No, for yourself. Sorry, I'll cut that.
You gotta cut it out. You gotta.
I'm a little heated. I
You're
apologize.
gonna demonetize our videos again. Again.
I think it's got like that Dark Souls kind of feel to it, where it does expect you to memorize like enemy patterns and stuff.
It
to,
does.
Like,
It
survive.
does remind me of like that kind of feeling, that difficulty. I remember I even saw like a thumbnail of like saying, "What is the hardest Devil May Cry game?" And it says like, "Devil May Cry 5, I died 17 times in total. Devil May Cry 3, 200." But it's all good. It's all good because there's something called Royal Guard, and I just fucking parry the shit out of Virgil, and it's very fun. So I don't mind.
Oh yeah. The funniest thing to me was in Devil May Cry 5, that flying arm that Nero has, like the rocket arm. Doing it on Virgil is super funny because it just combos the shit out of him, and he's like, oh.
Nice.
It's just funny to watch Virgil, this man who's been fighting demons for so long, just not be able to counter this flying robot arm. It's just getting the best of him. He doesn't know what to do.
I was thinking, if since we're gonna talk about the anime like next week, maybe I should play through the 5th game too. Just why not?
The 5th game is so good to me.
Right? That's why I really want to play it again.
The show does crib a bunch of stuff from the 5th game, like particularly the theme music and stuff. So it's better to understand where they stole that from and completely fucked up with this usage.
No judgment. I'm gonna be very passive because I know Dog hasn't finished it yet. But Snake, you haven't finished it yet either, huh?
You also have to play the reboot.
No.
Yes, you have to play up
I like the
3, 4, and 5.
reboot. What's wrong? The DMC is fine.
The reboot was a major influence on this show.
Probably.
No, I don't want to.
It was. The fucking poster is based on the cover of that game. A lot of the design aesthetics and the tone of it was based on that game. To understand the show, you
Listen,
need to,
I don't know. The
you
tone
can't
of that
judge
game
the
is way
show
darker
without
and metal,
watching
but
that,
I
without
guess...
playing that game.
Listen. I'm not playing I'm not playing Devil May Cry 3 and 5 because I want to understand the show. I'm playing them as a palate cleanser. Okay, I'm not like trying
I think the DMC game is fun if you just pretend it's like a Spider-Verse thing. This is a different universe. It's completely aside from the main stuff. It's just a whatever, what if kind of...
well, to be
The only thing I don't like in that game that I will
Gameplay's
never
pretty
accept is
decent.
Virgil's depiction. Virgil's fucking dog shit in that game.
Virgil does.
Yeah,
Even
like-
I've never played that game. Virgil looks horrible.
The gameplay's
He's just not Virgil. He's like a regular guy. It's weird.
Yeah.
the gameplay's good. It's just the story is absolute dog shit. The characters are absolute dog shit. The aesthetic is okay. Some
You
of
didn't like the
aesthetic
level where
stuff
they
is
completely
fine.
copy Futurama's Slurm Factory idea? You didn't like that? I thought that was funny.
I'm glad that someone else finally brought that up because it's
literally
one to
that. It's
one.
the same plot.
Okay, how long is that game? Because I was looking forward to playing Devil May Cry 5.
8 hours,
I think
something like
it's
that.
average length. Yeah.
It's on sale too.
It drags a bit in the middle because there's like this section where you're going down this like long tower, which is kind of like a DMC3 reference, I feel like. But instead of going
Why does
up,
it have
you're
a
going down the
95%
tower.
positivity rating? Like, what is going on? the DMC, the reboot.
I'm telling you, it's not a bad game. It just has like really loud haters. It's not a terrible game. It's really not. It's very simple though. I'll say that. Like it's very easy gameplay wise compared to the other ones. So.
Why does this top review say Chinese water torture? What the fuck? Okay,
maybe it's one of those.
about
Where they
it.
post positive reviews, but they give negative critiques. That's happening with Tekken 8 right now because they're deleting all the negative ratings.
If you mass report it, like you will like Steam will do something about that, right? From what I recall.
People are leaving positive ratings on Tekken 8, but giving a super negative review to still make their voices heard, like in the comments.
I'll think about
Depending
it.
on you, Bit.
Guys, do you get the reference? Since I'm playing Devil May Cry 3, that's when Dante was like younger and now older. So like I'm referencing that right now. Haha, I went back
Your
to
hair
the
looks
past.
nice. Your hair
Thank
looks
you.
very maintained.
I got a haircut, and then shaved my beard, so I'm like younger by 5 years now. This is
I'm thinking about
2020
leaving my
Sonic.
forehead exposed the whole video too. I'm thinking about it. Thinking about just leaving it exposed. We'll see though.
I don't think Snake and I are deliberately trying to do that, but sure.
It is funny to see Sonic in a purple T-shirt, because now I associate purple T-shirts solely with Dog, because he doesn't have much of a core aesthetic thing to represent him. So I just think purple T-shirt, that's Dog, that's his thing.
And ironically, this is
my
Dog
T-shirt,
shirt.
to be fair.
And it's literally Dog shirt. Yeah. I was thinking what to wear today. I haven't worn a Dog shirt in a while. Why not? Why not?
Yeah, I typically just wear black T-shirts now because black I associate it with like good luck, because my black videos have been doing well lately. Snake, have you realized
interesting.
that because your wall is green, have you ever like considered like zooming the camera in a little bit and just green screening your background, and you could be like in the actual Nether realm, like just hellfire and shit in the background?
You do realize Snake actually has like a green screen that he'll pull up sometimes, right?
He does, but I'm saying like it'd be funny if like everything else was still there, but just the backest background, like behind his swords and head, was like flames. Like
I mean, I could try that, but I don't think it's gonna look good. I'll see how it looks
I think
right now.
this would cause problems. The on her side.
Yeah. Plus, the green light being on you too would cause issues. Any green light on you would also.
I mean, it might enhance the effect. Like, if green light on me, the green light becomes orange, perhaps. Oh, fire, brimstone! Oh no, I'm in hell.
We'll see. I'll see how the audience feel about this. I think it's not gonna look good.
One of my former favorite YouTube channels, Fact Fiend, had some issues where he would like just wear green on his outfits with the green screen, and he would just like disappear. And I'm like, why did no one stop him? Like, there's like 3 people working on this like channel. Why did no one stop him and go, no, fuck you, wear a better shirt?
It's like when you watch Jack's films, like he has a T-shirt and one of the it's a Mario font, and one of the letters is green, so it always gets cut out by the green screen things. It's a joke. It's on purpose.
Yeah. Did you say Jack's film instead of
I could buy a green morph suit. I could buy a morph suit like iDubbbz and just wear that and go, haha, I'm a face. I'm a face, and just the background is just an MK stage.
You could do that for an entire video. That'd be very cute. Your face would just be floating around throughout the podcast. I'll make you like float to our cameras all of a sudden and be like, oh, I'm ghosting through your cameras now.
Only gripe with you picking today. Actually, I don't have a gripe, because I was gonna say I couldn't play Marvel Rivals, but that was yesterday that Emma Frost dropped, right?
Yeah, I played that yesterday. The moment it dropped. Emma
Stone. Fair.
Gwen Stacy in this game, Gwen Stacy would go so
wrong.
hard. She does her ult and just falls and dies. Yo.
Of course. And then she like keeps reviving herself somehow. Like, what the fuck?
I do like that tweet you posted where it's like Emma Frost like choking me and me trying not to come is gonna cost me game.
Did you post something like that?
No, I found it and shared it.
Okay.
It's not me. I might become like that. You never know, because I don't.
You are an Emma Frost simp. I was about to say Emma Stone again.
And I do. I main Loki, but I also play a bit of Star-Lord, so I have characters in both those classes locked down, healer and DPS.
Yeah.
I
So
don't
have
have a tank. Tank, I just occasionally play Captain America, but not much. So, because I like the character of Emma, I'm going to give her a go. I've got 2 friends who play the thing, so I can't really play them, but I'm going to try Emma, and it's like, yes, if I really like her gameplay, which that's always the curse with like a licensed game, is I love this character, I don't care for their gameplay. I mean, any game really. Like I like Sophie is my favorite Soul Calibur character, which is in there somewhere. But I don't like her moveset. Yeah, it's unfortunate.
I'll say this right now, the game is constantly patching, so it's like, because like when Season 0 dropped, when the first season dropped, Mantis was bullshit. She was like the most overpowered support, and you play her every game. Now she got nerfed to the point where she's strong, but she's not meta. So like for me, I played Mantis Season 0, and now I'm just like, I've been playing a lot more different supports every season basically. This season I'm gonna play Rocket because he got buffed the fuck out. My point that I'm trying to say is, play Emma right now because she's so OP and so strong. Like play her before she gets nerfed.
Her most busted move to me is that move where she pulls the shards out of you, and she can just attack that as a new hitbox. Because that means you can run around the corner and she can still kill you because that little floating hurt box is there. That's like really OP in my opinion.
Her whole gimmick is
good too, but she can die during her ult. That's the thing. Like she's not immune or anything. So
yeah, her whole playstyle is about like a balance between like being the protector and then being the aggressor. So it's like kind of like a Strange and Thor hybrid. So it's like protect the team, stay with the team, and then if everyone's grouped up to her, Diamond 4, choke you, bump, slam you to the wall, kill, and shit like that.
I really appreciate how the wall does damage. That's so funny to me. Like the choke slam and kick does damage, but they hit the wall does damage too. So the wall can actually
a lot of damage. It's like half your health. Like you want to. Did you know that right now Groot is being banned just so that like Groot and Emma Frost can like Groot puts a wall up, Emma Frost choke kicks into the Groot wall, dead Luna.
Oh,
And now people are
Dead
backing
Luna.
Groot, so it's very interesting. Like whoa, like I didn't know that was that serious.
that's a cool strategy. I like that. My only real issue with the game right now is that the main supports that are like meta just pause the game when they activate their ultimate. They don't really push the game forward. They just
like
pause
Luna.
it. Yeah, like Luna Snow, you can't
Jeez,
die
she's
when she's like doing her
overpowered.
ult. Yeah.
Stop it!
Yeah.
Like, geez, do they love her or something? Like, this corporate show, no, not corporate show. How do you call the thing where it's like corporate, like they put it into there to make people love
Industry
this
plant.
character? Thank you.
Industry
This industry
plant.
plant. Like she can't stop
of
being
is.
overpowered in this meta.
Only been in one
consider
game. Yeah, it's
Luna,
super funny.
Luna Snow debuted in some shitty mobile game. I don't even know which one it was. She debuted in some mobile game like 5 years ago or something, and she got super prominence in the base roster of this game. Like the Fantastic
why I love
Four
that
didn't make it
Rage-based
into the base
Spider-Man
roster,
video.
and she did. It's ridiculous.
Yep. That's why I
The
love
only-
that Rage Bait Spider-Man clip.
The only
right.
bigger industry plant I could think of for Marvel would be like Captain Carter,
Oh, okay.
which
I think
fortunately
that,
I
would
don't
say
think she has a place
Ironheart's
in the game
pretty
because
big
we already
industry
have
plant,
Steve.
But... Oh no, Ms. Marvel is an industry plant, the new one. But my
Not
opinion,
worse
'cause
than Luna.
they keep putting
I'll
her in
tell-
everything.
I'll
She's
tell
like
you-
the
I'll
main
tell you-
character in that Avengers game, and it's like no one buys this chick's comics. She's not popular. Why is she constantly being put up front and center?
I'll tell you an industry plant that I actually
Spider-Man.
like, because Luna is one I don't like. Jeff is one I do like. Jeff is so
Jeff,
cute.
His first design was terrible. I'm glad they changed
Yes,
it. 'Cause
I've
I'm glad
seen
that
that.
he's
I've
so
seen the history
popular.
of Jeff.
His original was like a dog shit looking weird monster thing, but then he became cute. So that was
Yes.
smart. No, the
Anyways,
Rage Bait Spider-Man. Have you seen those videos or not, Sonic? There's like 4 of them.
I'm not sure.
So this one man is single-handedly responsible for why you see way more Spider-Mans in the game lately, because he made these really viral videos called Rage Bait Spider-Man, because he reached Celestial and he's like, I'm not even that good at the game. He's like, but I know that the way you play this character is you get behind the enemy line and just annoy the shit out of them. Because if you can get at least 1 or 2 of the enemy team to turn around and always focus on your useless ass, then your front team will push and they'll win. Like,
Yep,
that's
pretty
Rage
much.
Bait Spider-Man. Now, to be fair, he's also really good at the game. You'll see him like web off the map, web Groot, and pull him off the map, and swing back in and just kill Groot, like little stuff like
yeah,
that. So he
yeah.
knows how to use the map really well. But his point is like, here's how you play the game, and he even made a joke in the recent one. He's like, now my spiderlings are everywhere and getting banned. Now Spider-Man's banned in like every ranked game I
yes.
play, which means I'm forced to play Invisible Woman. And he's like, I don't know why I like her. I just do. And the camera zooms in on her ass, like slowly. Oh,
Like, literally, bro, as you're saying it.
Speaking of zooming on an ass,
I'm an ass. Let's go. Look at my dimples. It's like a butt cheek.
Yeah, I remember saw your report because you talk about Rage Bait Spider-Man. I think also Necros is the most popular Twitch streamer, and he just 90% of the time plays Spider-Man or wants to play him. I think now it's like there's this one tweet I saw people were saying like, oh, who are the most banned characters in the rank and stuff like that, and like currently like it used to not be this way, but now Spider-Man is one of them, and people are saying like, yo, is Spider-Man like so dominant that they're banning him? People are saying no, we're banning him so that our teammate can't play him.
It's super funny because like it's like a throw.
Spider-Man
Oh my
is
God,
one of
it's
the most oppressed characters if you play as him. You do one mistake, you'll be like, fucking switch off, like lame ass like Super Spider-Man. Even if you're MVP or if you carry the team, it doesn't matter. Like they will rage on you basically. One mistake.
Yeah, it's true. I love that one meme of like it's like Marvel Rivals, and then it shows like a beautiful paradise, and it goes Marvel Rivals if you would stop picking Namor and throwing the match on purpose. And then it shows who made the meme, and it's a bunch of Spider-Men in the room, and they go, yeah, looks good, send it.
Send it. I saw that one, yeah. I got a Spidey main friend, so he sends me a bunch of those.
That's how I feel as a healer too, because lately Namor is like the counter to healers. He just like harpoons you twice, and you're just fucking dead. I'm like, who insta-killed me? I'm like,
I mean,
oh, fucking Namor, that bastard.
Everybody hates Namor, basically. He's
Oh,
like...
I wanted to say one thing before we move on to the actual video and recording session. Something hilarious happened to me while playing Rivals, and I mostly play Quick Match because I'm a Giga Chad. Anyway, I'm playing Quick Match, and I'm playing as Cloak and Dagger because they tend to get more assists somehow than Invisible Woman because I get way more kills with Invisible Woman, which I don't think how it's supposed to work, but it just how it works. So I was playing
I'll explain
Cloak and
it to you
Dagger
later.
to get more assists because that was the challenge for the day. and an Iron Man player was like trying to fly away, and due to her stupid auto aim bullshit, even in her like healing form, it just kept targeting him like way in the distance, and he was like a tiny little speck on the screen, and I still killed him like last second, right? And he died.
It feels very satisfying.
Guess what he does, Snake? In the next like 30 seconds, I'm on top of their little, what do you call that thing? Little spider guy. The point. What do you call that?
The spider robot, right? The payload.
What do you call? There's a universal term for it when you're playing like TF2
Payload?
or Overwatch. It's
Payload.
the payload. Yes.
The payload.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm standing on the payload just to make it go back a little bit while everyone else is like in the front line. And I'm still healing them. The enemy Iron Man that I just killed, barely off screen, flies back in. It right to my face and just goes maximum pulse. It just kills me.
No.
It was so funny. I was like, yo,
you're not a
flip
true
that
cloak and
shit.
dagger main. You're not a true cloak and dagger main.
It's worse when you're Jeff. People kill the fuck out of you when you're Jeff. But I picked Jeff
No.
because
What I meant to say was, dog, you should have.
Oh.
I can't believe you didn't dodge that with cloak. Not a true cloak
that's
and dagger
true.
main.
I just didn't see it coming. I'm like, there's no fucking way he flew up just to maximum pulse.
Just to solo ult you, but that's funny though. Cloak and dagger is like
AC/DC playing as he flew up. He was so proud of himself.
you can hear the meme montage being like played. I got killed by little daggers. Like nah.
Might as well stop all this recording I've done because I haven't had the camera going. Glad that I noticed that.
Oh, you weren't recording yet or something?
I was, but I didn't have the camera on. It's audio. There we go.
Oh.
Now we're good.
Okay, well, don't worry. I think that's still like funny conversation we can still put in.
Yeah.
Anyways, we can talk about again. Marvel Rivals is always a conversation we can talk so long about. So save that for after the podcast.
Yeah.
Save the fun for afterwards.
Just note
Also,
that I've already got about just shy of 17 minutes of recording.
Same.
So,
I'll put that in somewhere in the episode. Why not? I'll just put this
welcome to
somewhere.
the Combat Kings podcast, everybody.
Ayo, welcome everybody. Today, I was gonna for the intro, I was gonna repeat like Snake's amazing yee ass if you don't join Fortnite Scorpion Sub-Zero tweet. I was gonna use that as the intro, but you know, I guess we'll just start basically. So today we've gotten like a couple of small topics for MK, but mainly the big thing is about another game that has MK in it, in my opinion.
This meme would have been better, Snake, if you actually photoshopped JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, but it's still good.
You got 800 likes though, so that's still kind of a small
That's
banger.
true.
I mean, you think no, you want a banger? You want a banger? Like 3 years ago, I put out a tweet saying DMC Devil May Cry is what a Netflix Devil May Cry live action movie would be. And then, because the show came out and everyone's hating on it, someone found that tweet, brought it to my attention, was like, oh yeah, what do you think of this? I just quote retweeted it, 27,000 likes. I said,
just oh.
I said, and got 27,000 likes.
Congratulations. Just oh.
Oh.
That's insane.
Oh.
But anyways, let's talk about some positive. Okay, let's talk about something good that happened recently.
I got this.
Fortnite! Yay! Oh, what's that?
Mars Attacks Martian.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's interesting. There's a figure of that.
Snake, save your collectible tomfoolery for when we go on tangents, not for when we're trying to start the topic. Get it out of here.
So, oh, look at him. He's so sad. So basically, to help catch up some people,
Catch up?
in Fortnite, like around February. What?
You said ketchup. Sounds like ketchup. Ketchup and mustard.
Yeah.
It's a Mortal Kombat reference.
our
Oh,
boys.
to catch up.
Learn the
Goodness
lore,
gracious,
Sonic.
that's like.
God.
Why did you
You
wait for
don't-
10 seconds later to say that? Jeez. Okay. Anyways.
Yeah. Oh.
What was I even saying? Point is, Sub-Zero was in Fortnite around like February, and then lo and behold, like around like April, we have gotten the classic
He was in
combat
Fortnite.
set. Yes,
hell
and
yeah.
literally him. Actually, did you just get that recently?
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
so
that's
cool.
sick.
That's actually a decent
Actually
size,
really cool.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there was a McFarlane one.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, is it official or not?
Yeah.
It's official. You suck.
Just a shame that the base is just nothing. It's just the logo. Whereas I look at those, like, an icy thing, bunch of fire, rock, what have you. You may
Oh,
notice
yeah, I see that,
Raiden's
yeah.
missing. I'm not sure where to put Raiden at the minute, but I'm gonna figure that out.
It is cool though. I will say that at least the figure is cool though.
I've also started getting these longer boxes that you can put cards in because you can have a little window. So here's Deception Sub-Zero, UMK3 Noob.
There's a lot of angles you can take with this conversation, but essentially March 28th is when they added Scorpion to the game, but not just Scorpion, Raiden, and Katana into
Nice.
Fortnite.
And some crazy weapons too, right? Like I saw like that Raiden gun or something that teleports people, or something was going on with that.
Oh, that's not Raiden related. That's just the Fortnite gun that you can shoot and get teleported, but it's not Raiden related.
Really? Well, had
Dog,
lightning and stuff.
you would know exactly what is and is not in it if you would watch my video, dog.
That's true. I need to watch that video. That's true. I don't like Fortnite, but I will engage. I don't dislike Fortnite either. I'm just
You
not a
need
huge
to
Fortnite
engage. It's the collab. The collab storms have started. Other games are finally getting Mortal Kombat stuff. It's not just Fortnite. We now have also Rocket League is also having like Scorpion and Sub-Zero cosmetics in those games too.
Which, for anybody wondering, was apparently the Multiverses guy's fault, which is hilarious. But yeah.
There's a meme going on right now that's like it's getting bigger and bigger. It's like this like sky like picture that says like thank you Multiverse for dying. So now Fortnite can have Sub-Zero, and now it's thank you for dying. Now it can have Scorpion, Katana, Raiden, and then like Harley Quinn, Batman, and now it's thank you Multiverse for dying. So now we can have Adventure Time into Fortnite. It's gonna get bigger and bigger now.
So it's like
eventually.
I wonder how much
like
of the
Heaven
multiverse
meme.
roster is in Fortnite.
Eventually, the Lord of the Rings is gonna happen. I saw this picture recently, and it was like died as a multiverses player, and it's like Superman and like Finn on the loading screen, and then immediately it jumps to like Fortnite, where Superman and Finn are on the loading screen. It looks exactly the same. Died as a multiverses player and born again as a Fortnite player or something. When I saw that meme, I have one thing I like to start off with this conversation that I think is funny if you think about it. So we have Scorpion, Raiden, Katana in Fortnite, all pretty iconic characters to pick. Like no issues with these being picked out of all the characters that you can choose out there. But the thing that I do find funny is that whenever there's these collab bundles, right, you can bundle a bunch of characters together and you get a cheaper price for that. So like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, you can buy the turtles individually, or you can buy the bundle, which saves about like more than half of like how much it would have cost. Adventure Time recently added like Finn, Jake, PB, and Marceline. You can get the Adventure Time bundle to like get a like cheaper price. Now we have the classic combat set, which is Scorpion, Raiden, and Katana. Don't you guys find this combo of characters a bit peculiar? Like you know what I mean? Do you sort of like these three together?
I get it, but it really is a case of it's the most popular characters, I'm pretty sure.
It is, yes, but it's just kind of like Scorpion, Raiden, Katana. Like I guess they're good guys,
if you
right?
if you did a set of three, you'd want it to be something like what Liu Kang, Johnny Cage, and Sonya Blade. Maybe.
Yeah, that fits with Raiden. I thought of like say like okay, Scorpion, then go with the ninja. Scorpion, Reptile, Ermac, Smoke. Oh, Raiden, go with the Earthrealm characters: Liu Kang, Johnny, Sonya. Katana, the female ninjas: Katana, Melina, and Jade. So it's like Scorpion, Raiden, Katana. It's like okay.
I have a question, and
funny.
I'm speaking on behalf of the non-Fortnite players.
Yes.
Did these new characters get extra stuff like Sub-Zero did, like a MK1 outfit or a maskless option? Like, did Katana and Raiden get that treatment too, or not?
Katana can be maskless. Scorpion can be unmasked, where he looks like Kuai Liang, or the Flame Skull. So he has three options for that, and they all have all
Raiden has nothing.
They all have the assorted like pickaxe stuff and the
back blings,
whatnot.
But is it MK1 Scorpion or just Kuai Liang's face?
Just the face.
Okay, so no actual
it's clearly supposed
yet.
to be MK. It's clearly they're trying to do MK3 Scorpion, but you know, reusing the model, so there's like a little bit of similarities. Yeah.
Also, because we're talking about skins a little bit, Sonic, can you put on screen right now that edit that someone did for Katana that just looks way better, where she's just wearing pants? Because those shorty shorts look so funny.
So for those who don't know, because they either have not played Fortnite or they've not been paying attention to social media, or they don't watch my video because they're a fake fan.
And me, I
watch
covered
Snake's
this too.
video, damn it.
I know who you are.
And me.
He does.
I know who you are, fake fans. For those who don't know, Katana has shorts. It's UMK3 Katana, but they put hideous blue shorts on. And it just looks awful. It completely throws out the colour balance. And it did... If you're familiar with how this discussion goes with MK costumes in MK, you know exactly where this conversation went on Twitter. Gooners! Gooners! Get away from me, gooners! No, yourself.
You gotta cut it out. You gotta, because unfortunately in this day and age we can't do that. You can't even do the in Minecraft excuse. But sorry, keep going.
Yeah.
I actually always do
I'm a little
censor whenever you
heated.
say
I
that,
apologize.
Snake. You're gonna demonetize our videos again. Again.
To be fair, they are hypothetical people, so you can't really offend hypothetical people because they don't exist. But the point is, the whole typical argument came up. Oh, people just want a goon on the game or whatever. No, people just want actual proper costumes. And a lot of people brought up Cammy because Cammy was given like tights,
Censored.
which actually look quite good. And he also got an alternate costume with her from Final Fight Streetwise, I'm pretty sure, where she has pants. And, so people are like, why not just do something like that? But I'm saying, like, you could just, tweak it in a more stylish, appealing way, like people have done where they're giving her pants or they're giving her tights.
Yeah, I would prefer if she has less skin, just cover it all up. I think that would look good. Just make it like.
I think
long
it says
pants,
a lot that I feel like most people have not even really mentioned the fact that the cleavage is also covered in black.
Yeah.
I don't think people aren't talking about that. People aren't talking about the boobs being covered up. They're talking about the shorts because they look hideous. It's not about gooning. Stop with these bullshit lie arguments. Actually engage with the real arguments people are making that this just looks bad and Katana has like a dozen other costumes they could have picked instead.
Yeah,
I would like to enhance on that, but go ahead, Dog. What are you gonna say?
I was gonna say that, like, I will say that the black mesh does look a bit odd, only because you can't see the actual like crosshatch now. It just looks like a black middle, unless you zoom in or something. So that is one. Maybe it could have been blue there instead, like blue with the black fishnet and then blue underneath too. So it's like still visible. I don't know. I do think it looks kind of funny, but I also understand you can't just have like the cleavage. You can't have a giant deep V in Fortnite. Like, I get that.
Yeah.
I don't get it, but I get it.
Here's what I want to ask though, Snake. Which other costume would you have picked? Like, because you're saying like just pick another costume that I would fit here better, and I'm just thinking like, but this is the classic,
Well, this is one of the funny things is that a lot of people make the art saying that, oh, it would be weird if this costume was not MK3 when all the rest are, even though Raiden's is not actually MK3, that's from MK2 recycled into MK3, all into the third version of MK3, which people don't even consider MK3, to be honest. People don't consider Trilogy to be a part of MK3, it's just like another thing. It's like saying Tekken Tag Tournament 1 is an enhanced version of Tekken 3, which it is, but people don't view it that way. Some people make the argument, oh, why not just... You can't do that. You can't have Katana wear Deadly Alliance or something when the others are MK3. No one forced them to make them all the same game. They could have just been like, okay, so Sub-Zero's going to be MK3, Scorpion could be MK2, Raiden MK1, and Katana could be 3D era, Shaolin Monk, something. I feel like because a lot of her costumes do have the kind of the what's the word for that type of outfit Cammy wears it? That just stops at the thighs, stops at the hips. What's it called?
I'm actually not sure.
Dog, you should know.
Like the original Cammy
Dog
outfit, or
know.
Which one?
All of them. It's like the
What do you call
the
those
leotard?
kind of outfits?
The leotard?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So most of them have like the cut off like leotard thing. Most of Katana's costumes like that historically. I would have picked MKX then because clearly this is a factor. That's why they put shorts on. That's too much for them. So I think MKX would have been a good fit because the alternatives then would be 11 or 1, and I hate those costumes. So
unfortunately, like
one I would have gone with.
Both 11 and 1, I would say are iconic enough. Like people know those costumes enough that they aren't too bad of like alternates, but you don't like them. But it helps you in the argument.
They could have tried this outfit, but I think too many people would not have understood this is a katana outfit. Huh? Sorry?
I'm chastising him for his hypocrisy. Because he asked my opinion and criticised my opinion. It's like, what do you want from me?
No, I'm saying that you have to unfortunately embrace MK1 and MK11's costume to help your argument.
I do not.
I am kind of shocked that they didn't put the MK1 costume in for Katana because that's just such an obvious blend of both. Like, it has more blue, but it's not quite lame bodysuit like MK11, which is like just not really Katana anymore. So MK1 would have been fine, but yeah.
I'm pretty shocked that like they actually added Bihan still. Like I thought everything was gonna be classic. Okay, classic Sub-Zero, classic Scorpion, classic Raiden, classic Katana. But that's like, oh wait, that's just straight up Mortal Kombat 1 Bihan, like right there. Wow.
They gotta have the tie-in.
What's even more funny that I think is like, if people really paid attention, like they would have known it would have been Mortal Kombat 1's Bihan already. But because it's not like such an iconic thing, why would you remember this? Bihan's mythics, his gauntlets are Mortal Kombat 1. So you see classic Sub-Zero using them in the trailer. It's like, oh my gosh, it's Bihan's mythic, so we should have known it's Bihan. But it's like, that's not something iconic, you know. But I guess now it should be because Bihan, like the Sub-Zero gauntlets are in Mortal Kombat, and those are Mortal Kombat 1 gauntlets. Scorpion's like gauntlets got added to like Fortnite, but those are the classic gauntlets that he has in Mortal Kombat 3. So it's like, so right there, people could have predicted that.
I think overall the designs look really good. I think Raiden having the shoes is weird. I get that that's the way he was drawn in the concept art. Like he had those slip-ons. So that's what they're basing on. It's like the most high quality picture of MK2 Raiden that exists, because the rest is just sprites or like half body shots and stuff like that. So I get why you draw on that, but it looks a little weird for Raiden to have that. I think it would have been better to go with like the way the costume is represented in MKX, for example. I think that would have been a better approach. But overall, it's fine. It makes for a funny meme, having Raiden do the spin and then point to his shoes and go, haha, look at my kicks. That's funny. Scorpion, I think, is overall just a complete win. Except that I don't like the skull that goes with his swords.
On his back bling.
It looks really weird. And also them being MK9 swords to go with UMK3. It's a bit weird.
Yeah, he just so you know, dog, they added his Mortal Kombat 9 like swords as pickaxes, but
cool.
He has the classic costume, and Katana has the MK9 fans, but it's the classic Katana, so it's like, oh, MK9
Raiden,
love, interestingly.
And Raiden gets an MK11 staff, not the default one, nor the one that was used in the reveal trailer. None of those. It's like one of the weird other ones that you get later down the list.
Let me show dog, because I don't know if he'll like remember.
I thought it was going to be I thought it was the staff from MK4.
No, I think it's because that's just a basic staff with no real design to it.
Sure,
that's the way it was depicted up through the whole Midway era. So
I've seen the animations. They look pretty cool for these items.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because Raiden does have the MK11 like animation.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that's like one of the gear pieces.
There's a lot of references in this. Like if you are the kind of person who know all these little animation references, all the intro and outro animations and the taunts and stuff, this is one of those things where it's like, yeah, this is beautiful. Even Scorpion's like render is taken from the movie. When he's there doing that, about to fire the spear. Like all these things, which is funny because like Scorpion, when you look at him on the menu, he's doing the MK M1K stance. Sub-Zero's not. Sub-Zero's just like doing this thing, whatever, which is kind of like what he did in MK9, but not quite. So I don't know what's going on there. And then when you use the mythic, Scorpion's mythic has you doing this, the proper stance, whereas Sub-Zero's just like Sub-Zero never did this. Sub-Zero was never like this. So like there's more love for Scorpion, even though Sub-Zero got actual costumes. So curse you, Ed Boon.
As there should be.
Yeah, I don't have any issues with Raiden, and also Scorpion is great. I think despite that issue with Katana, it's just that's really the only complaint I would have with Katana. Other than that, like that's Katana. Like I like that. Although I am a bit worried because you know, when the eventual Jade and Melina join, it's like they're gonna have shorts too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm really shocked they didn't include that as a color option or something. Does Fortnite offer like color palettes for costumes?
They sometimes do, but sometimes they're just like they want to make another skin, so they charge extra, you know. But for Scorpion and Sub-Zero, it's kind of like, oh, but you know, it's like the face is a little different. You can have the skull version. It's but sometimes, yes, they will have like free updates for the color change. Like Invincible recently, after the end of season 3. They added his Invincible Season 3 costume for free if you have the Invincible skin. So sometimes they'll be nice, and sometimes they'll ask you to pay extra.
The way you have to look at it is, there are two ways you can imagine how they approach this, because Katana and Melina, they have different weapons. So the question is, well, one option is they are leaving Melina out so that they can put her in later as a separate costume that comes with her sai and like some taunts that are specific to Melina to properly represent the character in Fortnite.
You can easily make a difference by literally having her take her mask off, because Katana can take her mask off. So there you go.
Yes. So it's just like either they want to really make a full set for Melina that the Melina stans will not cry about, which they will anyway because they'll always cry about it, or it's simply because they're like, this character is very popular, people will buy it, so we're not going to make it part of Katana. We're going to make it a separate thing, which is kind of funny actually, because Katana's back bling is Melina's teddy bear from her MK11 friendship.
Super cute.
Which, like why not say that for Melina? Will Melina have like a Katana equivalent? Is that what's going to happen?
Oh yeah, if Melinas are gonna have the size, then she might be able to put it on her back, cause like that's what Katana can do right now.
Or will it be a reference to Tanya?
Melina better get a little backpack accessory of the teddy bear. It better be there.
Has Fortnite ever referenced the gays? Has they ever done that before?
Oh yeah.
Is that allowed? Okay, so we
Yeah,
could
yeah.
have
They have Pride
could
Month
have
events
Tanya,
and
yeah.
shit, so they definitely are okay with that. Wait, you were saying wait, dog, do you not know that have you seen Katana's like backpack, dog?
What is it? The teddy bear?
Because I felt like that conversation you weren't paying attention to what Snake was saying, because this is what Katana has.
I think I have seen this. Yeah, okay, that's why I was getting it triggered.
So yes. Yeah. You get the cute teddy bear from Melina.
Nice.
Shout out to Modoink for making a Fortnite page on MK Warehouse for the MK stuff. Hell yeah.
You asked
dude.
for that, right, Snake? You were like, do it, Modoink.
Make it
It's
happen,
not just like
you
a
son of
special
a bitch.
forces page or anything like that, and he just went like Fortnite. Hell yeah, dude! He just made the page. And he's updating it too. Like
I mean,
the stuff being put on there. Hell yeah.
I mean, like, what is it called? He has his own creator code, so it makes a lot of sense he'd want to like make that work out for him. And
Yeah.
stuff. To talk about like other things that they added, because like they had these 3 characters, but they also have like a lot of references for like emotes and stuff like that. My baby, Reptile. Made it into Fortnite! Yay! Oh my gosh, he's there, guys. I'm so
he's
happy.
the perfect representation of his role in the franchise. The guy gets his shit rocks in the story mode and in the all the fatality demonstration videos. Poor guy can't catch a break.
Hell
True.
yeah!
I love how you showed that, just punching him, even in the little scarecrow. Ah, poor guy.
Oh yeah, I did a repeat.
With a reptile.
Pow.
A reptile is beating up a reptile. It's well, I guess it's not technically a hate crime because it's scaly on scaly. Yeah. But you do still hate to see it. You still hate to see it, brother against brother. You know, it's not fun to watch.
I think that's literally what I titled it. I said, what did I type here? I said reptile and reptile violence, and it has 3,600 likes right now. But other than that, we've also got some cute emotes for like basically every character. You got Toasty now officially in Fortnite.
Oh hell
and
yeah!
then like, there was one more character. Yeah, so Melina and Reptile are referenced in the emotes and back blings. I kind of say like because the character does this, and then like like the confetti onto the ground. I'm like, isn't that kind of like Kano's fatality? So is that a reference to Kano right there?
There were a few things in the video that I like that the reference to Kano. That was something that wasn't in the original version of it, and then Sonic saw it and said, what about this? And I thought, yeah, it's worth bringing up. So
yeah, I helped you a little bit out there, gave you some tidbits, but maybe reference that. Maybe when you're saying the meter is based off of like Mortal Kombat 1, like the original, I'll be like, maybe don't show Mortal Kombat 1 test your mic footage, because then people will actually be like, that's literally not it.
yeah.
So yeah, it's a great video.
Unless you want them to call it out, because then you get more engagement, because you can get way more comments. I learned this strategy from Maximilian, dude.
Like people pointed out, oh yeah, well, Aquaman and Black Manta are in this game, so Raiden and like Sub-Zero can rematch those, and Scorpion can rematch Aquaman in Injustice 1. I'm like, damn, forgot about that.
Because in his video he talks about like who are characters who have met before, and like in the Injustice games or like Mortal Kombat versus
what are all
DC
the
and stuff.
rematches? And this time,
Did you include the mobile game that has extra characters?
I think all of them would be. I don't think there's extra DC character. Or
There is. There's
characters in
Killer
those
Croc.
games. Well, Killer Croc's not in Fortnite.
Injustice 1 and 2 mobile do have some extra characters, although like there's a lot of characters you'd expect to be in Fortnite.
They should do
but
that
aren't.
though.
Like there's like 4 versions of Batman. There's a couple versions of Catwoman. No
Yeah.
Robin, no Nightwing, no Batgirl.
Damn.
Like that's just obvious ones to do,
Damn.
but there's none of those.
Robin is rumored to come eventually though, so yeah, we can expect him. But yeah, they're like Batwoman, Nightwing too. It's like, oh, but 4 Batmans. Okay, Samurai Batman. Okay. I mean, they're cool, but okay.
There's 4 Harley Quinns technically, because I know one of them has 2 costumes together, but yeah, you can get Rebirth, Batman Ninja 2, Fantabulous Emancipation, blah 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 blah, blah, and
The Fantabulous Emancipation of Harley Quinn. Yep.
shut the fuck up! Don't do this.
Sorry.
And what's the other one? This is new. There was another one. I think it was the original Suicide Squad. Yeah.
Oh,
so
yeah.
There's 4 different Harley Quinn costumes. Not a classic. It's still not there. Cowards. But to be fair, the Batman Ninja 2 one, oh my god, it looks so good. Holy shit.
It does look very cool. It's a very cool
So
costume.
good!
He has like the smoke bomb emote too. It's very cute. Dog, you brought up like who are multiverses characters who are in Fortnite, right?
Yeah.
That was
So like, I thought Dog was. Anyways, so Finn, Adventure Time is in. DC characters like Superman, Wonder Woman, like they're in. Joker. Agent Smith. Okay, the Matrix is weird because the Matrix there is no skins in the game, but they do sell the emote. Yes, that emote. That's in the game.
And like a Matrix code wrapper, I think, as well for the gun.
But no Neo skins. So no fourth Keanu Reeves in the game, unfortunately.
Yeah, we need that other Keanu Reeves, and we also need Shadow the Hedgehog's shoes. We need the full set. We need all of it. Unfortunately,
we need Shadow sliding. And then one other character that's in the game that's also in Fortnite that I find very funny is LeBron. LeBron James.
LeBron.
Yeah. In the how did I forget that name? Fucking movie.
Space Jam?
In his Space Jam outfit in Fortnite. So literally the same in multiverses.
Yeah, but I was just laughing at LeBron instead of LeBron. But yeah.
I was joking the way I was pronouncing it. Okay, LeBron.
Good.
I forgot Rick and Morty is also in Fortnite too, so there's a lot of characters.
You can get Pickle Rick as like a back bling. I think isn't like a version of him like in his like fighter form as Pickle Rick like you can play as?
Oh, I don't think so. No. That was like the rumor multiverses character. I don't think it ever happened though. Yeah, so Fortnite doesn't have that either.
I just like the idea of like when you say I'm Pickle Rick, you're like I'm Pickle Rick, and then just smash cut to the impaled pickles on the pit.
That's right. In the we can talk about that too because like on the Fortnite like map right now, the pit, the Deadpool, and the Living Forest are all on Fortnite right now, like in the game. So you can go check those places out and stuff.
That is really cool.
The pit, if you go to the bottom of the pit, you would see a bunch of like pickles being impaled instead of like skeletons and bodies and stuff like that.
Yeah, like, you know in the original version where you see like the severed heads or just Ed Boon just like impaled on one of the pillar spikes. They're all pickles. It's very.
No bananas, cute. Just all pickles because the pickle season. Gotcha. Yeah.
Well, the bananas.
The pickle character.
The bananas are represented by the like lion statues on the edges, which is like the one thing they took from the original version of the pit because they're not in the newer versions, but they took that from the original version of the pit. Everything else is based on like the MK9 onwards version.
Also, I'll bring this up because you can find Scorpion like as a boss on one of those locations every game, and it's like, oh, Scorpion's gonna be at the Deadpool this game, so let's go to the Deadpool. Oh shit, there's 10 people here. Everybody wants to go fight Scorpion just to experience that right now.
Yep.
And also Scorpion, like, because you can get his mythic right now in the game, so you can now also do your own get over here ability to try and kill people. But
I actually had a bit of luck, as you saw in the video, you know, when I got the Unreal guy who looks like Quan Chi.
Yeah.
That guy was just stood there. I think it was AFK. And I wasn't even trying to find that. I was just trying to find a car to drive around a bit in and like go and get some B-roll footage. And then I just saw that guy. I'm like, Scorpion with his mythic. Get over here! And just destroyed him instantly. It was very fun.
Nice. Enhances the video there. Interestingly, Scorpion has an additional ability. He can teleport to people. It's like, I think it looks like the Mortal Kombat 1 teleport, like teleport, stuff like that. And I have to show you guys this.
Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance! But not for me!
But not for me. Yeah.
And that's not a play, that's the boss doing it.
That's the boss doing it, yes.
That's even more amazing.
No escapada de mi.
You gotta hit an achievement if you die at the pit. It says like, oh, you fell down the pit. 20,000 XP. Good job. Good job, buddy. There's a very cute, like, because right now you can do Mortal Kombat quests. They're about to end, like, in a couple of days, but you can do, like, Mortal Kombat quests to get achievements. No rewards, unfortunately, because that was for the Twitch stuff. But they all have their little descriptions. It says something like, "Oh, use Scorpion's kit to kill somebody," and it says brutality, or like, "Oh, push people away with Sub-Zero, stay over there," and stuff like that. One I really like is there's an ability called the Men Mist, and it's a thing where you can toss like a grenade thing down, and it like makes a mist of healing, so you can stand in the healing to like heal yourself if you took damage. There is a quest where you need to throw the Med Mist to an opponent, and both of you get healed in the mist. And if you complete that quest is called Friendship.
Nice.
Oh.
So that's a pretty cute one. Oh, what were you gonna say, Doug?
Because we were talking about the pit and knocking people off.
Scorpion.
Oh, yeah, you get an achievement for getting killed on the pit stage.
Yeah.
I have not seen a more amazing achievement since Portal 2, when you get the exact same achievement. If you actually jump in the pit when Wheatley tries to coerce you into it. Because he has no way to beat you at that point, so he's like, just walk in. Just walk into the pit. Go ahead, just jump into the unknown. Your parents are down there. Your parents, they're down there in the pit. Just jump right in. Go ahead. And the achievement's called Pit Boss. And if you actually jump in, you hear him go, "Oh my God, you did it! I didn't think you actually would. Wow!" And then you just die.
Doesn't Gladys like reply something like, "You are actually like that dumb" or something? I forgot. I can't believe you actually did that or something like that. Yeah, Portal's goated.
It's the best. Portal 2 especially is like in the Hall of Fame to me.
Oh yeah, like that's a game where like if you ask people like a video game stories aren't really good. No. Play Portal 2. That is like maybe one of the best characters and story that exists out there, essentially.
Mm-hmm. True.
I like when
Mortal
Kombat's own Omni-Man shows up to play Cave Johnson.
I do wish Valve characters made into Fortnite. The only chance we've got is Fall Guys, because like Shell, is that what she's called in Portal? Shell?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Chell?
Yep. Chell.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Chell, the Scout from Team of Two, like they're in Fall Guys. And Fall Guys is owned by Epic right now. So people are saying, is this our chance to get them into Fortnite?
I think they would have to release the game at Fortnite on Steam.
Interesting. Well, I don't know.
For a
because
fun fact too, Chell means quiet, I think, or
That's
silent,
cute.
which is pretty cool. Yeah.
We were talking about Marvel Rivals, and that made it into Fortnite like a long time ago. That was a really unfortunate collab, because it's like, Marvel Rivals. So what? Psylocke? Is it like Marvel Rivals version of Psylocke, or what? Who else do people like in that game? Like model wise, I guess. Sure, Loki, I guess. Like any of these characters, like so many characters you can pick into Marvel Rivals. Who did they put into Fortnite? Doctor Doom 2099.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And that was just because it was also like the Doctor Doom season in Fortnite as well.
Oh, that's true. But it's like, you have all these characters you could have picked in Marvel Rivals, and you picked the one that's not even playable in Marvel Rivals. And lo and behold, it's also one of the lowest like bot skins in the entire like franchise too. But hurry up and give us a Marvel Rivals Wave 2. Come on, there's so many good skins you can pick there.
Emma with thick thighs. Well, no, they wouldn't. They have to cover her thighs up.
She's too big. Have you seen how big she is in the game? Like, oh my gosh. It's like, here's all the blonde white ladies. Sue Storm, and then Cloak and Dagger, and then Emma.
It is actually
like,
hilarious how many of the DLC are just like they're just blonde, not just blonde, but the blue and white outfits too. It's hilarious how there's like 3 or 4 of them now, and I feel bad for anyone.
Right
Dazzler for season 3. Dazzler for season 3.
There's more.
Apparently, they've already leaked every upcoming character. I haven't looked at it yet, but this just goes to show. I used to think that leaks didn't happen to other games because they hit it better, but now I'm just realizing if a game is popular enough, people will find that shit in the files.
Oh yeah.
Because if people want to know the stuff, you get the clout for revealing it to people.
Yeah.
True.
That's what leaking is. It's just like the pursuit of clout.
The pursuit of clout.
The pursuit of clout. What was it? But yeah, I just heard a very funny meme. It's like 3 characters who Invisible Woman and Cloak and Dagger standing next together is really hard to tell apart and from afar. Actually, you have to take time to like look at them.
Yeah.
This is why I appreciate wearing skins, guys. Please wear your Invisible Woman skins and Cloak and Dagger skins. Thank you very much. Please wear the Malice skin. You know, it looks good, right, guys?
Yeah, put the
If
Malice
it
skin
didn't cost so much, I would, but it cost a lot.
That's the reason. That's why you put the Malice skin on. That's definitely
Do
why. That's why, to differentiate from Cloak. There's no other reason. Surely not. Just that reason. That's the only reason to put the costume on. Please put the costume on for that reason. Leave me alone.
What is it called? Do your missions, and usually you should have enough to buy a skin per season. Actually, like that's how many blue chrono tokens you can get. That's it.
But they also got this thing where when they put in Orange Venom from Marvel vs. Capcom, they were like, okay, well, if you buy this costume for like £3, you get a series of little things where if you do 3 matches in a day, you get one of these rewards, and like 5 rewards down the line, you get to pick from a selection of skins. So I got Movie Star-Lord from doing that.
Oh, nice. I don't know what I want to get yet because I also bought that too.
Do you guys like classic Psylocke? That's one of the costumes available.
You already owned that, Snake, so you didn't need to.
I actually don't.
I can't get that one.
You don't? Wait, you didn't even buy that with the tokens? What? That's insane.
No, because I don't play much of Psylocke.
You're not a true.
The only costumes I've actually bought are Loki's.
Loki's, like plural. So you
Yes.
how many did you get?
It's Loki season 2. Then there's the President Loki one from season 1. I don't know why. I don't know why it's all from the Loki show. Yet none of them are in his cool waistcoat. Put him in the waistcoat.
And you had the
guys.
Battle Pass one, right?
Put him in the waistcoat. Give him the classic green and yellow costume from the comics, and give us Lady Loki as well. Come on, do it.
And you have the Battle Pass one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so you have 3. I'm
Which
impressed.
I don't even use because the vocal effect is too much. I don't like the vocal effects.
But it does look very cool, though. I do like the design of that one. But yeah, well, look at that true Loki simp here. Amazing.
I am to Loki what you are to Reptile.
Really?
Damn,
Are you
that's
that
a
much of a
bold
Loki
claim.
simp? I never
Bold
knew
It's a
about that.
joke. I'm
claim.
calling you out, Sonic, for being the simp
Oh.
who'd buy all of his costumes.
Ha ha.
I mean, I say that, but I bought all Reptile's costumes too, so you know.
I never spent a dime on the reptile costumes, okay? Everything is in-game currency. Although I actually might spend money in Mortal Kombat 1 because when eventually the movie skins come out, it's like I might buy them just for my video, unless if I can hook mod those, but I don't know if that's like bad. So I might actually buy those.
I don't think hook mod works for the intros. So if you're going to get footage of them with the intros, you would need to actually get the costumes.
Yeah, and I do record the intros. I do record like the animations. That's why I wanted to unlock the stages and stuff like that, so that I can get those intros to work on them and stuff. I would say that's a good transition, but are we done with Fortnite stuff? Like, is there anything else you guys want to add?
I hope so.
About?
I hope we're done.
Well, I can give you a prediction of a character that's probably going to make it into Fortnite around August or so.
Okay.
Wait, why?
The boss from Metal Gear Solid 3.
Sure.
Oh, that's true. I'm still pretty shocked that the rumored Devil May Cry collab has not happened yet in Fortnite. It's like, right as the anime's out. What the fuck? What are you guys doing? Come on.
I'm considering making a video being like, here's what I would do for an MGS3 collaboration in Fortnite. Where I'd be like, here's some cool ideas. So if you want to see that, let me know. I might make it, you know.
Sounds pretty fun.
And be sure to check out my existing Fortnite MK videos. You use creator code SNAKE with 4 A's, or alternatively use creator code.
Oh, me? Aw. I have also been going on with the Fortnite videos recently too. I made 2 videos recently, and I've also
Give the code.
Yes, the creator code SonicHogsD. Okay, yes, I've got that too. Also, I would appreciate after the videos you guys actually have been using the creator code. Like I know Snake
nice.
is going to get paid by that. Like recently, I am like halfway already, so I really appreciate people using my code.
You can look at the stats and it'll show you like how many things were bought on this given day, and it's like So it's like okay,
very nice.
That's the day the video went out. That's when the second MK video went out. There's a spike there because people are like, I'm gonna go buy the MK stuff and support one of my favorite creators, and I'm like,
Appreciate you guys. Again, the main reason I did a creator code is when the inevitable reptile drops. I want you guys to all remember me. Just like when he's out, like
even
that's the main reason I made the creator code.
It's one of those where it's like if in a video, so let's say Reptile, Melina, and Sonya.
Sonya,
I'd be like, okay, and don't forget to use code SNAKE to buy these characters, but don't buy the bundle, buy them separately, and then go over to get Reptile with creator code. Because come on, let's be real. you have to use the creator code Sonic RxD when you're buying Reptile, but using any other creator code would be weird, right? Right, you agree,
Appreciate
dog?
that.
True, I agree. Yeah. Any other creator code, you're cringe.
So yeah, like, Omega.
Use Sonic XD's creator code. Thought we were saying that. Yeah.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3 Omega from Sonic.
Damn.
That actually is really sick, though. I guess we'll talk about Fortnite when the second wave drops in who knows how long. I'm pretty sure it'll be pretty soon. Like, come on now. But speaking of other stages...
Oh, well, at the very least, maybe it'll be around the time of the movie.
Oh.
So
that's
that could be when we get Johnny Cage, Shao Kahn. Who else is big in those movies outside of like the character we've already got? Noob Saibot. Shao Kahn, Noob Saibot, Johnny Cage. What a weird. Okay, so you can start with the frozen face. It's weird. But
Why do you think I'm doing the frozen face, Snake? What do you think?
I mean, you know that they could do. I mean, it won't be the movie designs, but I'm sure like doing the characters to tie into the movie. Like, I'm sure they'll,
Like, how could they not? It's
how cool would it be? You know the movie poster? They got all Carl Urban, like Johnny Cage like this. Imagine that as the Fortnite Johnny Cage model.
Oh, that'd be cute. Wait, do you know why I'm doing that face?
No?
Cole motherfucking Young!
What about him?
Look, just because they did a Cole Young Funko Pop doesn't mean they're going to do Cole Young in Fortnite. What are you, demented? Although we might get
They
another
added
we might
Tom
get
Holland
Scorpion alt.
Uncharted skin. What do you think? Do you think they're
In
not going to
fairness-
do that?
In fairness, if they
Nathan
had
Drake is
Lewis,
what the
if they
character's
had
called, right?
Lewis Tan's likeness, I'd be like, fair enough. That sounds pretty fun.
Oh,
I
you're
mean,
into
come on,
this.
No,
I
think
see.
about this. No. Here's the thing: you have him just going around shirtless, reactable skin. The arm of yours up as he takes damage.
Look,
See,
all I'm
now
saying...
now you're like, it's not a bad idea.
He needs a
actually.
glow up. Okay, he needs to be cool in this second movie. He needs to be like freaking Nero Dante Devil May Cry 4 to 5. It's like, oh shit, he's a main character now, baby. Let's go. That kind of a feeling.
By the
okay?
way, only cowards think Nero wasn't cool in DMC4.
I'm saying the general audience is okay. I'm not saying
The general audience are dumb idiot heads and cowards.
I'm just saying. Okay.
Well, you see,
No.
Snake, whenever the main character is not the person you play 100% of the time, there's always that crowd that gets really upset.
Yeah.
Happened with
Yeah,
Halo 2
exactly.
also. Everyone kept screaming at the Arbiter, I don't want to play as the Arbiter, I want to play as Master Chief. Now, fast
Cowards.
forward like 2 years later, everyone's like, oh my god, Arbiter's like so cool, oh my god.
And Arbiter's
Killer
story,
Instinct character, yay.
Arbiter's story in Halo 2 is way better than Master Chief's in that game.
It was, yeah, because stuff was actually like evolving. Yeah.
I'm excited to get into the Halo trilogy and only the Halo trilogy someday.
Well, it's not
Anyways-
just the trilogy. You can play up to Reach. Like, play the Bungie stuff.
Up to Reach.
Yeah, and after that, no, it doesn't exist. Unfortunately, they never made any more Halo games after Bungie, but you know, what can you do?
Damn.
Unfortunate.
It is unfortunate.
Made a whole company just to make the Master Chief collection, and like, they never did anything else. It was weird.
Anyway, Sonic, speaking of new stages,
Speaking of new stages,
New stages.
what's very funny is we've talked about this new stage before, which is the field. Because we've known that there was going to be a nighttime version of the field a couple weeks ago. We just never knew how it was going to be achievable. Well, recently, players have been achieving unlocking this stage, the nighttime version of like the field. And the way you get it now is, well, based off of what people have said, is like, for one, you do have to get Floyd. I mean, you have to beat Floyd, or people say you have to meet Floyd. I'm not sure if you have to get
meet Floyd, as in
field
he has to
stage.
show up and give you a hint, I think, is all it is. Yeah.
Oh really? I thought it was like you had to actually like complete that shit. So no, you just need
Maybe. I think
Yeah,
that
we're
Penny
still-
would have worded it that way if you have to actually like fight him. He just said meet, so I thought that the hint is actually.
You must
enough.
encounter Floyd at least once before the tower.
encounter Floyd. So you know that might be.
I
Could
would
be either
assume
one.
I
It's a
need
bit
to do
vague.
it.
I'll have to
I
ask him in the DMs. Yeah.
I would assume you have to have fought Floyd at least once. I'm sure it's not just he pops up for it to give you a hint. I'm sure it's. I mean, it's possible, but I'd imagine you probably have to have fought him at least once.
Yeah, we're not sure, but the tower itself is called Round 2, so it's as if implied. It's like, oh hey, we
Yeah.
are. You fought
True.
me once.
Yeah,
I'll
that's a
fight
good
me again.
point.
And the actual set, basically, it's like this is similar to, for those who remember the meteor that would show up in Towers of Time in MK11, where at a certain minute of every second hour, I think it was, a meteor would go across. And if you input the blood code, you get a special tower where you can get one of the Combat League skins. this is similar to that, where every 4 hours on the 37th minute, a special tower will spawn in Towers of Time, and there's certain stipulations to how you can fight him. I think it's like you get so many attempts or something, and then it disappears. Or
I mean, I did it, so you can ask the person here who actually did it. So you go into this tower, and you have 8 fights. 7 fights are all like base roster characters, and on the last fight, you fight Floyd. And all the characters are the classic ninjas. So you're gonna fight classic ninja costume, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Reptile, and you make it all the way through the list, and then you will face Floyd at the end of the challenge. These motherfuckers are on the hardest difficulty AIs, so you will most likely lose. And it's not just you lose, you can retry like the other towers. This is you lose, 4 more attempts. You only have 4 attempts for the entire tower, and like again, they are not easy AIs. They do not hold back. You might not even make it before getting to Floyd, and Floyd himself, in my opinion, has also been up the ante of the bullshit. Specifically because when I fought Floyd, he never taunted, and like usually in the original attempt, he would taunt and be free combo. There we go. It's like no. I have to be very safe. I have to be very careful when fighting against Floyd. What were you saying?
He was doing that little zesty taunt. They used to do that like little Sindel or Reptile taunt. Yeah.
That's Reptile's taunt. Just Reptile will turn his arm into the Reptile arm, but he doesn't.
There is a way to actually cheese this fight. I recommend people use Serena as their cameo, because if you raw Serena like back cameo, like we shoot those 4, like shoo, 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 they will just walk into that shit, which has been a problem that AI's had for a while. They'll block the initial and then get hit by the follow-ups or something. It's really good. It also, the AI does not know how to get around that on block, so you can just do it, which is nice. Skilled players know how to get around that, which is why you don't see that on block at high level. But
yeah, Floyd
is
not able to handle. Yeah, I saw Maximilian win with Serena and Conan, and he does that like, and Floyd always gets hit. It's like, oh, maybe that's a good thing.
I'd recommend Serena and big combo character. That's who you want to go in with, and then like learn a big combo. That way, touch them twice or 3 times, and you win. Which is how you want to do it. Like Natara is good for that. Even Sub-Zero can be fine for that because he gets really high meterless damage. But yeah, I recommend like Conan's fantastic, huge big boy combo man, and same with
I'm always able to do 30% combo with Reptile, so that's why.
Well, you can get like 60 with Natara, so just like literally 2 like combo death, which is really nice. Yeah.
The how I did it was there was this one Floyd string that he always does on me. Like, when I first fought Floyd, he kept using it because I block low, and he would just do like, it's like a Quan Chi string, pa, like doing like that. This is like an overhead, so I just bait that out. So I block low, and when I see it, block high. Oh, it's so not safe. Punish him. I'll be like, just keep doing that, motherfucker.
Does he throw very often? I can't remember if like does Floyd throw? Did he throw you a lot? I wasn't getting thrown very much at all against Floyd, so that's why that block low strat works pretty well.
And it's okay if he throws you, because it's better than getting hit and then he just never stops comboing you for 20 seconds because he can spam like 7 special moves in a combo, even if it doesn't hit you.
The typical like rule of thumb against Floyd is to always block most of the time and then punish something unsafe he does, or even punish a special move he does that's unsafe, because he'll do that raw teleport moon kick thing sometimes too, and like that's also punishable. So
there is an issue though, because these are good tips for Floyd. You gotta handle 7 other ninjas, and they are all on the hardest AI difficulty. And like, so like, I had the hardest time handling Noob because I never fought I don't fight noobs. I haven't played in a while, so it's like when Noob was doing all his shenanigans, I was like, I don't know how to handle this. I don't know like this teleport, how to block it, or all that kind of stuff. That was very tough for me there. But yeah, so the best tip we have here is get good, because because these are really hard AIs essentially. Or use the secret method that Snake would use to beat this. Which Snake, I'll just say right here, you're gonna need to do that if you want to. Actually,
talismans?
the thing. No, you can't even bring talismans. You can't.
I didn't think
no matter
so.
what stats you. Yeah, it's a regular tower. No matter what stats you change, it doesn't matter.
Like your stats don't factor in. It's just normal gameplay, which just means you can mix and match normals and specials without like doing fuck all damage. So that's nice. It's nice that they did that.
It's a fair fight. You just have to act. This is actually skill based. You know, it's just fair basically. But yeah, the sad thing also is, like, if you fail like 4 attempts, if you fail this challenge, the Floyd tower is gone, and you have to wait for it to rotate back. So it's
again, it's 4 hours later. So
I'm happy people found out about that, because you're like, no, when's it gonna come back? Oh my gosh, kind of a thing. But people want to unlock the stage, and that's how you get the nighttime field stage, which looks beautiful. You can see it in Dog's background gameplay footage in his recent videos.
It's way too dark in my honest opinion though, because for videos I have to put it like +10 or +15 brightness to even see what the characters are doing. But when you're watching it as a regular human being, it looks good.
Yeah, in the intro, it's like they're all like shadowed. Like when it's like, the field is not meant to be played competitively. It's just meant to be seen, like a pretty stage.
Although apparently it loaded during a tournament, like an online tournament, and someone said, "Is this allowed, or should I like demand a reset if this happens again?" And it's like, you probably could demand a reset.
It definitely feels like.
I think it's one of those things where two people have to agree with it if they want to use that stage.
You know when like you'd see like someone like I think the Thinny did one of these where it's like, here's the characters fighting on the main menu. Or on the character location.
So cool.
It has a feeling of that. It's like it's made to look pretty, not to be actually viable because it's too dark. The grass blocks a lot of projectiles and stuff, and traps.
You play Ghostface,
like,
you can't see him.
Perfect.
It's like
in the dark too.
That's why it's like this is the game they should have brought Rambo back, because then Rambo going all crouching down, going all naked snake, just crawling through the grass. You can't see him.
Hell yeah. Also, fun fact, whenever Maximilian Dude hunts for Floyd, MK1 just magically becomes the most streamed fighting game. I don't know how this coincidence keeps happening, but it just keeps happening.
Did he do that recently, like for the nighttime stage?
Well, yeah, I mean, whenever he streams like any of his like Mortal Kombat, you just see like, all the viewers go up for Mortal Kombat 1 because that one man can tilt the tides in whichever favor he wants. Just like Aris back in Tekken 7. Yeah.
He was hunting for Floyd, and a lot of people watched that. Did he hunt for nighttime stage though? I don't think he's too interested in that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no idea. That's what I'm saying.
I thought you said he did do the nighttime stage like on stream. Okay.
I'm not sure. Since that's about all we've got to say about the Mortal Kombat 1 topic, I do have a funny clip I can share because this is we don't play invasions, but this can happen in invasions where like when you're fighting a Sub-Zero boss, he can push you with the wind. I saw this one clip on Twitter.
Winter wind blow.
Madame Bo just gets destroyed.
Yeah. The point is, Madame Bo, she's just just calmly getting pushed.
She has that Saitama energy from One Punch Man. She's like just casually slides and doesn't care.
Yeah, it's really funny.
Well, if we're done talking about M1K, if we're done talking about it, I guess the question needs to be asked: Is the game itself done with itself? Is NetherRealm done with M1K?
What a controversial opinion! Oh
my
god!
Well, G-Snake, if you watched my recent video about this topic, then you would know.
Know what? Like his opinion?
If it's over or not.
Oh yeah, yes. Dog is the adjudicator. He knows. Well, he is the judge. He will be. He is the judge, jury, executioner, and he'll be able to tell if this is true or not.
I feel like we won't know for sure until it's about 30 days or so at this point, just a bit over.
Yeah, we're discussing this right now. This is the topic. Okay.
Yeah. It's about 30 days or so until the season ends. Because, of course, just in case you forgot, every season releases with one of the DLC characters or the expansion. And so we don't know what's going to happen for this next season. At some point, we will just be getting new seasons repeating and whatnot without new characters. That's going to happen eventually. Will it be this time, or are we going to get an announcement? I feel like if there's like a week to go and we've heard nothing, then yeah, definitely game dead. For sure.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead because I have like the pretty much the most likely scenario.
My stance is basically that I don't know. Like the chances of like story mode are like so low. The chances of KP3 maybe a bit like higher than that, but I don't think the game is dead until after the movie is out because they announced the movie skins. Yeah. So it's like you can't actually have nothing in between this, right? There's gotta be something, whether it be like I think a cameo fighter is definitely happening. I feel like there's still gonna be like at least one cameo fighter that we're expecting here, but like maybe there should be some new characters. I just feel like you don't announce these movie skins and have nothing. If you announce the game is dead, like right now, it's like why are we looking forward to the movie skins? Like we gotta wait till October for that shit. Like what?
Yeah.
So that's why I don't think the game is going to die just yet. Now, what kind of content can we expect from you? Is it just tiny, minuscule content, or is it like characters? Don't know. That part I'm not sure.
Well, again, do remember the last content release for MK11 was movie costumes, which released months after Combat Pack 2. So it's possible that all the major content's done is just costumes for now. But
I see what you mean.
But
Yeah.
as Sonic said, and as I've said in the past, they're not going to announce the game is dead until months after it's dead, and when all the sales for the DLC and stuff has started to go down. So okay, well now we can announce it's dead because it's not going to impact the sales too much. You can't do that when people are still waiting for T1000 or the movie costumes. Like, here's these licenses effectively we've got. We need people to buy them. We're not going to announce the game is dead before people have had a chance to buy them, because they might not buy them if the game is dead. They might say, well, I don't care. I'm just going to wait till the next game.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely, which is unfortunate. I wish they would just come out and say it, but Snakes are right that they would get less sales if they did that, so there's no reason for them to admit it yet. Which is dumb, because then if people buy the new costumes only to learn the game's done, they're going to be really upset. So that's a really dumb short-term game strategy. Cotton, let's see if it works out for them. So here's the issue with Mortal Kombat 1. And I didn't feel this way until recently, but if we get any more characters in the game, it's only because they've already began work on them and are pretty far in the process. So if a character's like halfway or over halfway done, then we might get that character, because there's no reason to drop them. They can't transfer these characters into the next game, because the next game is likely going to play completely different, because that's how NetherRealm rolls. So they can't just toss this character aside if they're mostly done. If that's the case, we're going to get these characters. That's like the non-leak spoiler. And I feel that way because they dumped so many files into the game already. Like, for God's sake, they dumped in every costume, even costumes that we can't get yet are in the game files. So with the hook mod, you can access them. And that gives me the inkling that they've started to work on the next game, or they're about to. So they got everyone, like, all hands on deck pretty much. So they got everyone who can be done with the game to be done with the game by dropping their assets and stuff into the game right now. So now they don't have to worry about them adding it later or anything. They're going to be devoted to the next game.
What'll be wild is, you know those new costumes for Katana, Melina, and Tanya? Imagine, this isn't going to be the case, but imagine if those were the costumes for the next game and they're putting them in this one as a preview. They should do stuff like that, I think. They should be like, well, here's some costumes for the old game based on the new game. Little preview. Here's the brand new Shirai Ryu uniform that Scorpion and Smoke are going to rock in the next game. Smoking cutscenes only, of course. Maybe a cameo, but he won't be playable. But we get to see what this costume's going to look like. We get to see what Noob Saibot's going to show up. Noob Saibot Lin Kuei costume.
That's such a weird marketing tactic. Like, have skins that are going to appear in the next game, in this game as a preview. It's like, do other games do that often?
I feel like some.
The only example that I could think of would be like the royal dress skins, because like those are going to be in Invasions that we found out, I think, because people have data mined that not only are all the files in the game for the costumes and stuff, but the next seasons of Invasion are already added too. Like, it's all been dumped into the game for the next foreseeable months, which is a bad omen in my opinion, because that could mean they're definitely done with the game. Now, here's the good news, and it's a bit of a leaky spoiler data mining thing, but there are still empty character files in the game that have not been removed even after the 2 recent updates, which you'd think they'd be removed if no more characters are coming. So, for example, there's still an empty cameo slot, like an empty folder, which makes you think they're going to put something in there. And I don't think it's named or anything, so we don't know who it's going to be. Interloco does talk about several files and names that are mentioned in the game that he thinks could be the next character, but there's no definitive proof on any of it. But we could definitely get a new cameo character. As for a full character, that's less likely, but it could happen if they've already started working on them. But we're not going to get a pack. We might just get, here's another character, or here's like 3 more characters. That would be the dream. That would be awesome. And of course, there's always the possibility that WB or whoever's in charge walks this decision back and adds more content after all, because they see that the other games are kind of floundering right now. Like, Street Fighter 6 takes like 5 months to get a new character. And then Tekken 8's in a weird spot right now.
We'll get to Tekken.
So right now, Mortal Kombat 1 is actually favored, which has never happened before since these 3 games were all out. So right now, MK1's in a good spot. So maybe WB could be like, we were going to move on to the next game, but since it's like more positive than ever, let's just go ahead and keep adding to this game. Like, maybe that could happen. But
Didn't Ed Boon like recently just tweeted being like oh like thanks like for getting our like game to like the top 15 most sold like I see like this tweet he just posted recently.
He's posted that a few times because ever since Mortal Kombat 1 released, it's actually been around the top 10 or in the top 10 ever since it released. That's why I didn't understand all the game is dead stuff because yeah, on Steam it looks bad, but I'm just starting to get the feeling that most Mortal Kombat players just aren't on Steam. Like they're just not on PC. That's what I'm starting to get from this. Now, to be fair, look very closely at this. It does say US. It's like PlayStation US. So this is not global. So to take a jab at other fighting games, like let's get more fighting games on this list. Well, these are Japanese games on American soil. So they're probably not ever going to be as popular. Like look at this list, right? This is all American games. Fortnite, Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto, Roblox. Like Marvel Rivals, there we go. Finally an Asian game, but let's be real, it's an American property. So like these are all American games for the most part in the top 15. So that's why you don't see other fighting games here, because they're all Japanese. Unless we count Killer Instinct. Yeah.
What I was going to bring up is the fact that, like, Mortal Kombat has also a big, huge casual audience, too. They play it for 1 month and just never play it ever again. So I feel like that could also be something that people, like, get intrigued with. I think, like, one of my friends recently is just like, oh, Mortal Kombat 11 was on sale. I bought it to play the story mode, and I never played it again. Like, just recently. So
that's true.
That could
always
be people who buy Mortal Kombat 1.
Damn,
stuff.
Yeah, but it's been on the top played for ever since release though. It's been on the top.
They played the story mode.
I played the story mode, and I'm never playing this game again.
There you go. So yeah, it's been doing well, and it's also sold like it's approaching 6 million copies, I think, sold, which is actually pretty impressive when you consider it's only on next-gen consoles. That's actually pretty good, except for the Switch, which is a weird outlier, but. Think about that. Like other games, I think Street Fighter 6 is still playable on PS4, right? And like the last gen? Or am I wrong about that?
Street Fighter 6?
Yeah, I think it might be.
I know. I'm not sure. Let me see. Did you say Street Fighter 4 or 6?
6.
6. Tekken 8 isn't that? That's next gen only.
You can play it on PlayStation 4.
Yeah. So that's kind of crazy to think about, right? Yeah. Mortal Kombat has outsold a game that's buyable on last-gen consoles. That's actually an accomplishment. As much as people want to dog on the game, like it's outsold fighting games that are still available on past consoles.
People dog on Mortal Kombat, but the Mortal Kombat name brand itself sells a fuck ton. That's the reason why. Yeah. That's the reason why Mortal Kombat, like the collab in Fortnite, is bigger than Street Fighter.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant the collab was bigger than the Street Fighter collab. That would be kind of surprising to me if that's the case.
Because like Street Fighter was like. They got skins, and it comes with the emotes, and that was like one bundle. They had 3 bundles. They had 3 waves. But then Mortal Kombat, it's like, you got a Battle Pass skin for Sub-Zero. It's on the map. You can go to the Deadpool. You have Scorpion, Raiden, Katana with a bunch of backblings and a bunch of like emotes. Scorpion Boss.
You have
Mythics. The Lamborghini.
You mean bigger as in just like they got more stuff to it. Okay, I thought you meant it was like provably more popular than the Street Fighter.
Well, what I mean is like
collab.
Fortnite obviously put more effort into the Mortal Kombat stuff when compared to Street Fighter. Street Fighter is just like, okay, classic Ryu, classic Chun-Li. Okay.
I thought Chun-Li's hips alone would be enough to defeat Mortal Kombat, but alas, I was wrong. Mortal Kombat's biggest weakness is being banned in like the bigger countries.
In booty shorts, so Street Fighter defeated again.
To be fair, if they had just given her leggings and still kept like the leotard V but just blue, it would have been fine. Like give it a fake thong, like what Laura has in Street Fighter 5, and it looks terrible, but it would look fine probably. And with Laura, it looks dumb because she has like a fake butt window and then yoga pants and then a thong on top of the yoga pants, so it just looks hilariously stupid. But
I'm curious about this now.
Sonic doesn't know about this? Oh, well, it's fine.
I know Laura because I know everybody plays her with the beach costume in tournaments. I'm not sure which costume you're talking about though.
Beach costume. It's just her default costume. Laura's default costume. She's wearing like jujitsu pants, but for some reason there's a butt window, which jujitsu pants don't have. They're just regular like karate looking pants. So that's already confusing that the back has like a butt window. But then on top of that, she's wearing yoga pants under the butt window. So like just like leggings. And then on top of those leggings, she's wearing a thong, like a neon green thong on top of black leggings. So it looks so stupid. It's like 3 layers of clothing on just her lower half. And it looks hilariously dumb.
I see. Interesting.
It's not on topic at all. I only brought it up because they could have done that with Katana and Fortnite, and it would have been technically PG because she's fully clothed, but you still have that leotard thong that she is famous for wearing. Illuminati. Is that Bill Cipher?
Is that Bill Cipher? Yes, I'm about to say Bill Cipher.
I know it does look like it, but it's the mark of Samael from Silent Hill 1.
Oh, wow. Very cute.
I got a bunch of stuff that day. I'm very happy.
That's pretty much it for the leak stuff, though, about what's possible for Mortal Kombat 1. And I bring up them rolling back the cancellation because that happened with Tekken 7. Tekken 7 was supposed to be done, like with Season 2, I think. When King and Marduk came out. I mean, Armor King, but that did so well. Huh?
Street Fighter 5 did the same thing. The last season was, what's his name, left?
Yeah.
The guy in charge, he left, and then they were like, well, they weren't going to do another season, but then they're like, well, we'll do another season, and then they did the final season. It's like one of the best seasons of DLC that game got. So, like you're right, it has happened where sometimes you just uncancel a game and just keep going for a bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Who knows?
It could totally happen with Mortal Kombat 1, and it's such an unfortunate decision because now it's like, no one could have predicted that Tekken 8 would shit the bed so hard. It pulled an Amber Heard and shit the bed. Nobody saw this coming. So WB couldn't have seen this, but it's just bad timing to decide we're going to stop supporting the game around right now. And then it's like, oh, by the way, now's the best time to do an expansion or add more characters because they're literally...
Your competition.
There's quite literally Tekken refugees right now, and they're calling themselves that. It's really funny because they're just leaving Tekken for now. They're boycotting.
Snake, I'm just curious. Do you know anything about this controversy?
What, for Tekken?
Yes.
I know that there was a ton of changes to a bunch of characters in some of the systems, and that people are very, very mad about it. Like, more than I've ever known Tekken fans to be mad. Madder than they were with Lucky Chloe, or Negan or what have you.
Yep.
I've never seen Tekken fans this angry. They'll throw Harada off a cliff over this. So I'm not familiar with the specifics. So I'm happy to listen in and see what's going on. For once, I'll actually listen to one of Dog's ongoing lengthy monologues.
Very interesting. But yeah, I guess that's all we have to say about Mortal Kombat 1, right? I think there's still going to be something, but I don't think... Obviously, there's going to be the skins, but...
Yeah.
I believe in something, at least. How big this thing is, I don't know, but I think there's still going to be something. There's going to be something next...
I'd say story, not a chance. No. Fighters, maybe. Not a pack of 6. I don't think we might get 3. Just like something small. I could see, or maybe like, here's just 2 more to even out the character select screen. Oh no, there is an extra space, so they could do 3. Even out the character select screen with some characters people want. Like, here's your Kung Jin and your Jade or whatever, maybe another guest that no one's going to care about.
Just like Ultimate Mortal Kombat 11, right?
Mm-hmm.
Rambo, Rain, and Melina.
And then here's like a couple of cameos or something like that. I feel like that's the limit. Like 3 fighters, 2 cameos. I don't think it's going to be any more of that. Even that, I wouldn't put money down on that much. I think the game is mostly dead. They're probably moving on mostly to the next game. Mm-hmm. But I could see there being just a little bit more.
I really just want a 3-chapter story mode or something. Like, just something tiny, because I do not want to end this fucking game with Chaos Reigns.
Okay, it's unfortunate because
such a bad ending for Mortal Kombat 1 if we ended like that.
For anyone wondering, there was going to be, theoretically, like people say, there was going to be a part 3, which is why the part 2 ending feels so unfinished, because they were going to lead up from that. My only hope is that... Oh, do you
mean like they're going to focus on Titan Havoc or some shit?
No. I'm saying that I'm saying that Chaos Reigns was like just a middle area, like just kind of like filler until the part 3 story that was going to actually wrap up everything, but they didn't get to do that because they got canceled.
Aftermath was the next big chapter of the story, even though it was just revisiting the same events but tweaked. Like, it was clearly, this is a big piece of the plot. If you were summarizing the overarching story of MK, you have to
talk about it.
You have to.
Yeah.
Whereas with Chaos Reigns, it's like,
you can skip it.
Other than Sub-Zero becoming Noob Saibot, there isn't really anything there.
True.
Like, So I reckon we're going to get Harumi as a cameo because the model exists.
Very most likely, yeah.
Yeah.
Jade.
My fingers are crossed. A cameo.
I want Meat. I still want my boy Meat. I want my homie like in the game. I want to see Meat.
Sure.
But fingers crossed. Fingers crossed that they don't.
Meat rise up.
Meat rises. The meat rises up in a vertical direction inside the pants. Anyway, I really hope that.
Gotta get that trending.
Oh, my fingers are crossed that they don't drop the story part 3 entirely and they just like move it into the next game. Like that's just going to be the next game's story, because I am curious what was going to be the follow-up. And unfortunately, we can pretty much guess they're not going to drop the new era. They're probably going to keep it going for at least one more game.
Yeah, most likely.
I hope they keep that story mode part 3. And then the one other good news is that technically this means that when we get the next Mortal Kombat game, the characters we were hoping as DLC are likely going to be base roster in the next game. So people are like, where's Jade? Jade's probably going to be base roster in the next game, which is cool. Don't gotta wait for her.
Roster, then.
And
cool.
What about Hotaru? I think Hotaru, is it Hotaru or Hotaro? Ooh. Hotaru could be base roster, because everyone's like, where is he? Well, I'm like, they foreshadowed him like crazy in like the story mode.
They name dropped him. Yes, they did.
So he's probably going to be base roster in the next game. Characters that I would have wanted to be Combat Pack 3 are probably just going to be base roster in the next game. Hopefully. That said, NRS does things that I would never have done. Like, they miss things that I would have never missed out on if I was developing the game. So it's a toss-up.
Yeah, you remember,
if you,
they did an expansion about Havoc, and the new characters were Lin Kuei, instead of like his Hotaru characters who actually like supplement this story. They do weird things, very strange. I don't know.
And they miss out on things. Like they could have. Why did we not have? We could have had Havoc sitting on Hotaru like he's a throne with a little slave collar on him and a little whipping leash. You know, that's what I think. That could have been in the game. I'm just saying we could have had that. That's something Havoc would definitely do.
Do you want
and we
that?
didn't get it. I do want it. I want Hotaru in a little Speedo begging for mercy with a little slave collar and Havoc sitting on him and being like, good boy. Yeah. No, I'm just
very
kidding.
Interesting.
I just say outrageous things to see if people are still listening.
Oh, just kidding. At the very end of that. Okay. Very specific.
Guys, I'm clearly, it's always just a joke. You know, if you don't, it's always a joke. Right? Haha,
just a joke.
I do think like a 3-chapter mini story to lead into the next game could be fun. I imagine. I'm sure the next plot was going to be the Outworld Civil War, with some focus on like Xiao's getting some new allies, and then his Katana finally getting the focus that she weirdly didn't have in this game. So I could see it being like, here's Katana's chapter. We already had Tanya's. They could put Jade in and give her a chapter, and then the other character would be maybe Xiao.
That's alternate universe, Tanya. Come on, Snake.
Yeah, but she has a chapter. You can't.
Yeah,
give her another one.
Okay.
So unless you give her an extra move set, like they did with Sub-Zero, but you know. So it'd be like Katana, Jade, and then probably Xiao, and then it ends with, Xiao's done something. Maybe he's taken Onaga's power or something. So now he's a big bad. He's going to be, because I reckon the next game is probably not going to have a new villain. I reckon we're going to get something classic, because one of the big criticisms with this game is how different it is, and the obvious direction to go then when people don't like the new direction is, let's just scale it back a bit. Let's make things a bit more classic. And so I can absolutely see them being like, well, Shao Kahn's not been like the main villain since like it's 2011. So we can go back and do that again, right? We can bring him back as the villain. Now he's going to be powered up from Onaga. So then people who like Onaga can get some of. Can be like, oh yeah, Onaga, he can be
dragon.
A cameo, and then
gosh.
Shao can get some of his dragon elements and become Super Dragon. Even though people don't want that, they'll think they do, and so they'll put that in. Because that's the thing, it's not just a case of, it's not just NetherRealm's going to put in the things people want, they're going to put in the things they think people want. Even if they are clearly fucking wrong.
Imagine.
I reckon that's what's going to happen.
Imagine they do more multiverse bullshit, but just for the opening cutscene. It stops after that, but like Onaga shows up and he's from a different timeline. So this causes like the realms to get all thrown out of whack and like they merge somehow, kind of like MK versus DC, but it just fixes all the big issues that people had with MK1. Like, Kuai Liang Scorpion goes, no, brother, it gets sucked into a portal, and then like Hanzo jumps in from a different timeline, my family's dead, I'm on fire, I'm pissed, look at my skull face.
I've got it. It's going to be that, so the idea is that Onaga's going to possess Shao, but he won't turn into the typical Onaga we expect. He'll turn into something smaller, so he can actually be fightable in the game.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna have
new character then. Okay.
A Shao Onaga hybrid, Onaga Khan,
Shao
something
Naga?
like that.
Shao Naga.
Yeah, something like that. And so he's gonna be something like that. And his plan.
He's already have dragons, so yeah, commit to it. Why not?
His plot will be it's deception on a larger scale. He's not merging realms, he's merging timelines. And so our timeline is going to get merged with another one, and that's how we get Hanzo Scorpion. Kuai Liang's there like, I'm cold, I'm so cold, ice all over his arm, what is going on? He's merging with his alternate timeline, Kuai Liang Sub-Zero counterpart, and so now we're going to keep the same character, but he's also Sub-Zero now. And then Hanzo jumps in, and he's like, all the kids just like, I'm an adult now. I don't know how to deal with the I don't know how to deal with the Harumi stuff. The Harumi stuff is going to be really weird. I don't want to get into that.
Oh my gosh, that's going to be so messed up.
Dude, he's going to cuck him so hard. He's going to cuck him.
Unless they do like some poly shit, because, you know, whatever, that's the modern thing.
Snake, when you said poly shit, my first initial thought wasn't Poly. My first initial thought was Paul from the Spider-Man comics. So poly shit. That's
Paul
what
got
I
mentioned him out of here.
No. They're gonna do some type of like poly shit. Look, I made Dog so mad he just ran away. The poly shit. What I wanted to bring up was just like at the end of Mortal Kombat 1. They have set up so many plot lines that they can do. Like 20 different fucking games, all from these. You've got Shang Tsung has his own island. He might be using a new tournament. That's what I think the next game is going to be about. Like this new Shang Tsung tournament. Then people are going to join it.
At least part of it.
That'd be cool. And you got like, what is up with Takeda? Motherfucker hasn't shown him in the story mode, but he has this whole side plot with the Yakuza and like Dagon and like a dead Movado. And of course, you know, our Civil War, and then like I guess like you can go to the Shaolin monks shenanigans, like what they're doing and what they're dealing with and whatnot.
Bihan returned to the Lin Kuei to start his war with Scorpion.
Sure, and then it's like I look at the DLC and it's like, so what do they take from any of these things they set up? Oh, so Lin Kuei stuff, and that's it. Everything else is multiverse. Okay, are you guys gonna do any of the other 20 things that are set up in Mortal Kombat 1 in the next sequel? No, multiverse. Yeah. I guarantee. I feel like I can make a bet. Like, out of the 20 things that they set up, maybe only like 3 of them are gonna be like mentioned or resolved. Like,
that is the NetherRealm way. I feel like they should stop doing the post-credit setups because it doesn't work out, and I feel like because it really feels like with that DLC, it's like they wanted to do that. Let's focus on the Lin Kuei, but they had to follow up and do the Havoc stuff. Really, they should have said, well, we'll move Havoc to the next game. He can be the main villain of the next game or expansion 2, and we'll focus on the Lin Kuei now, and then lead that into that stuff because the multiverse stuff was so random. It didn't even tie into Havoc. And like, if you're going to do the multiverse stuff, here's the time to actually delve into the differences. Here's the multiverse. We're going to go deal with that stuff. The villain is Noob Saibot from another timeline. And then when Scorpion's team, which will include Smoke in this version, goes to deal with it, well, here's an evil Revenant Smoke to fight, along with Kuai Liang Sub-Zero is here, and he's going to help with our characters, and it's going to be really cool. Instead of just, here's World War II Johnny Cage, and here's alternate alignment swap Rain and Tanya, who are like the good guys, and they're married. And there's 2 Li Meis in this mode.
And they're
married. You're going to have 2 Li Meis in this mode. One's an evil Empress, and one is Deception, who gets her fucking face melted. Where's the Lin Kuei focus in this Lin Kuei story? Where's the Chaos focus in this Chaos story? Like, it feels like
it's the worst of both worlds, as you would say.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you were saying, like they don't do good setups. It's like, yeah, NRS always have these after credit scenes that don't go anywhere. I mean, technically speaking, they do Titan Havoc, but this time it's not just that like after credit scene. This time they have the arcade endings, which are canon in the story. It's like, oh, this is what happens afterwards, which in a way I appreciate that. But are they gonna ever follow up on that? Are we gonna ever see Serena redeemed? Are we ever gonna see like the young Shujinko? Are we ever gonna see Takeda and his like mission? Probably not. Maybe you shouldn't have done that then. I'm gonna bring up all these like plot points that they've set up in the arcade endings and even brought up in the intro dialogues, and how many things that they just don't do in the DLC. And when the next game drops, I'm gonna be like, okay, cool. So what's up with Ermac right now? Ermac, isn't he like wandering in like the parts and whatnot? Like, what's up with him? Can we talk about that? No. Are we gonna talk about Nataro like capturing humans and breeding them for like their stock? No. I'm gonna bring it all up.
Natara is never gonna show up again. She's done.
I ain't gonna forget about this shit. What was the quote? It's like the North doesn't forget from the Game of Thrones or something.
I think the best Natara is going to get is they'll bring back Scarlet, and in her arcade ending, she'll be like, "Oh yeah, I was sent by Queen Natara to do this," and we'll just see an image of Natara being like, "Ah."
The North remembers. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna remember all these things because I made all these fucking videos and it's gonna be like 8 hours long. I'm gonna remember all of them, and in your next game, if you don't bring up like any of them, I'm gonna bring them all up, shove it in your face, be like, "Where are these? You set them up yourself. Where are them?" Either way, we can always like continue on with this rant because we love ranting about Mortal Kombat, but I think it's time we give another franchise some love.
Q&As.
What the fuck? Because
this was supposed to be a more focus on Q&A, and then somehow we'd managed to talk for an hour.
We never said it was gonna be super. We said occasionally bring up Q&A stuff. We'll talk about some funny Q&As. I haven't read those comments yet. But Snake, you need to understand the controversy that's been happening recently. You need to understand the severity of how big like the Tekken stuff has been going on.
Yeah, it's fair. He does. Hello?
Dog.
Who wants to start? Me? Yeah, sure.
Yes,
You,
we were
it's your
pushing
bit,
it. We were
dog.
pushing it to you, and you said he does.
Yeah. Well, I thought usually you lead us into the new topic, so I thought you were gonna like set
Yes.
it up and then ask me to talk about it.
Yes,
Yeah, okay.
I set it up to you, dog. I'm like, you can explain it. Just that's what I was doing for the past minute.
So, all right, here we go, Snake. Here we go. So, Tekken 8 already was upsetting veteran players because it has a lot of more offensive mechanics, like aggressive mechanics that were not in previous games, that almost guarantee you a free way in. For example, the new heat mechanic. You land a certain move with your character, and it's different for each character. You land this move, there's a little pause, boom, zoom in, they run at the opponent, and they're at plus frames. The opponent quite literally has to block this. They can't armor out of this, they can't sidestep it. Already this was bothering Tekken players because typically, even if you were plus frames in past games, it's a 3D fighter, so there's so many options. You can sidestep, you can duck, maybe you can armor out of it. There is solutions. In this game, Heat is already a forced deal-with-me situation, which players don't like. So developers said, well, when the Season 2 update gets here, we're going to add way more defensive buffs, like possibly even more defensive mechanics. So players were excited.
sounds
Cool, there's going to be more
good.
defense, which is what Tekken's kind of known for. It's a very defensive fighting game with a lot of options. They didn't do that. They added 100% more offense. They did buff the movement a bit, so sidestepping should theoretically be better for punishing people now. But the issue is they buffed every character's tracking. So, for example, in past games, certain characters are weak to sidestepping in a certain direction. In fact, it was so common that there was a graph you could look up and it had every single character was like red or green, and this would tell you if they're weak to sidestep left or weak to sidestep right. And that's how you knew which way to step on these characters to punish them. Well, someone at Namco or someone working on Tekken 8 was like, dude, I bet fans hate this. They hate that their character is weak to a certain direction, so I'm just going to make it to where it tracks both ways now. Or I'm going to make it to where there's a new move that tracks in both directions, so you can't sidestep them as easy. But that ruins the fun, because half the fun of Tekken 8 is learning the character's weaknesses and how to exploit them, and now those weaknesses that have been around for like multiple games are just gone. So all that character knowledge and learning is out the window, and they buffed even new characters' weaknesses. Like Reyna's weakness was not having very good lows. They changed that in the new update. She has one of the best lows in the game now. So like she doesn't have that weakness anymore. So that's already a problem. But then on top of that, you have like broken moves that are way better than they're supposed to be. Like Jack 8 has this new move where he just hops and does a little overhead slam, and it's +8 on block, so you can't counter out of this. You have to just block what he does next. And you can't sidestep it. It tracks to both sides. So it's like a forced situation move. The only way to beat it, I guess, would be to like mash an armor move, but armor moves are unsafe on block. So if he guesses you're going to do that and just blocks, you're dead. So it's a really risky option. Yeah.
So
I've
he's
been
a
seeing it in
he's a
tournaments
Dark Souls 2
constantly now.
boss then.
What's up, Snake? Sorry.
He's a
It's
Dark,
a Dark Souls
boss.
2 boss.
Yeah.
Have you played Dark
Like,
Souls 2, dog? Just
Oh, yeah.
curious.
Yeah, I played all the Dark Souls.
I just beat it recently. What a shit. Okay, it's not that bad.
You
but
gotta
compared to
appreciate
the
it
others.
for what it is. It feels like a fan fiction game. Like someone who likes FromSoft games tried to make their own. You gotta see it as that. The final boss is dog
kind of
shit 'cause
appreciate
she's
the
too
jank.
easy. But aside from that, yeah.
But let me add something here, because I think this can explain it so much easier for like a more casual like way of saying it. Snake, you know how in Mortal Kombat you can press some characters, you just press button to do a string, right? Hoo hoo ha. But in Mortal Kombat, you got advanced combos that take 20 seconds. Like, do special do. Imagine one day NRS is like, let's appeal to the casuals. You do one string, 50% damage. See? Everybody gets buffed. Everyone's strong now. You can play Snake. You can fight Sonic Fox and you might win because you did a 50% string and you got it. Great job, guys. Everyone's happy. The casuals are gonna love this. That's basically what's going on with Tekken right now.
Yeah,
not that
they took what was already a
exaggerated,
complaint and made it worse. And it's so bad, Snake, that several competitive players, not just one, there's always one or two pro players that don't like a new game or whatever, but they still play it. A lot of pro players have come out and said that this new version of Tekken after the new update is like playing a casino game. It is so much of a cross your fingers and hopes it works video game now that they're just not going to compete because like there's no way to win consistently even if you're the more skilled player, because it literally is, I'm going to go for my BS and if it lands, I'm plus. Now that it's plus, I can do this and be plus again, and plus again, and plus again, and plus again. And you keep forcing the guess until you eventually hit them and get a combo, or until they get out of it somehow. But also keep in mind that Tekken already has a system where if they're near the wall and they're blocking, you can splat their back against the wall with certain moves and guarantee a combo that way too. So imagine that mental stack combined with the new bullshit of like plus and new mix-ups and all that. It's just crazy. Now, not every character got this. My girl Asuka, I think, is still a pretty normal character. She didn't get anything crazy. But King is a menace now. Paul is a menace now. Reina. Like, there's so many menaces. Shaheen is a menace. Jack is the funniest one because that stupid leaping attack that is stupid good.
So what you're telling me is that Harada neglected Asuka yet again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he did.
This might be a better thing, though, Snake. You know, at least now Asuka isn't getting hate. Anna is because she's the newest face of season 2. She's plastered all over the thumbnails and stuff like that. I know what you're going with now, dog. Because
this leads to the next segment, bugs and glitches. So these are unintentional. I'm going to start small, then go to the Anna one, because the Anna one's hilarious. So
I have the videos ready here, dog. I have them ready.
Good. So I'll just let Sonic play the video when it's time. It's not time yet, but when it's time, play the video. So one of the early glitches people discovered was that Paul has a string that you just can't block. It's literally just mid, so just like 2 overheads, you should be able to block it. You can't block the second hit. It's guaranteed. Even if you're holding back, it's guaranteed. Which allows him to do the string again because he's plus on hit. He can just keep doing it. Now, they hotfixed that, I think, so that's good. But for like a couple days, Paul was just a guaranteed win almost. Because Paul's already a good character, and then he has a guaranteed string. That's ridiculous. And they give him a new move that tracks to both sides. It gives him a free way in, and it's plus on block. So Paul is like a free win. That's an example of just a bug that's not meant to be in the game, and there's a couple more. But then we have Anna. Should I describe it first, Sonic, or just let Snake see it?
Well, first off, does Snake know about the slap back thing that Anna has as like a teaser? I mean, as like a Easter egg?
I know that it's been around for a while, since 5,
and now for some reason in the new game men can also do it, which has never been a thing in the past. Only women characters could do this, but now the men can also slap her back,
I think.
Yeah. You can now, you see like Brian like it's really funny, but it's really awesome.
The little hip sway and everything. It's very, very stupid,
but that's how it started, right? Because of that specific
yes, that is what leads to the bug. For some reason, something ridiculous happens with this slap if you interrupt it. Do you want to?
Oh, okay. The one I have here is basically because you like Yoshimitsu, so I found this clip.
It's a good one.
But basically,
is this about other characters where she's using other moves, or?
Yeah, just watch the clip. But basically now, like, every character can like steal Anna's moveset and her rage art, and it combines with their own rage art to make the most weird ass cinematic shit ever.
I just love how Yoshimitsu gets so beautiful and sparkly. I thought you were going to show the other one where Anna can get their moves too. So it shows Anna doing the Yoshimitsu sitting pose and just scooting because Yoshimitsu has a little scoot move.
There are plenty of clips right now. I'm going to try to find as many as I can. This one I love a lot. Just watch this clip. Okay, it says strange birds this season.
There she goes. Hell yeah. So
that's a
basically,
Jack move, right?
Yes.
You even get some cursed moments, Snake, like from Mortal Kombat X when people would take like aliens rig and put in
the
other
mods.
characters to make them
Yes,
look weird.
yes.
This can happen with Anna too, where if she does like Jack's super, like Jack the robot, she gets the Giga Chad face like for a split second. No mods. I love this freaking like thumbnail.
This one
I
now,
thought
now
about
like
making a
him
video
and
about this
Kazuya.
situation, but I didn't think I could possibly fill a 10-minute slot with this. But people are. They're just showing the glitch for 10 minutes straight. I mean,
there's a lot. People have like it's like all these different rage arts, the different characters. It's like the camera will like not even know where to go anymore and stuff. It's kind of amazing.
Sounds to me like the netcode is not the only thing Karada refuses to roll back.
Yeah. Tekken 8, at least right now, is technically the worst of the big three.
Right now,
how busted
can
it
you
is.
believe it?
Yeah.
Especially how the game started and shit.
And at first I had a theory. I had a theory at first for why this was happening, but now it was thrown out the window when I remembered that Anna also gets their moves. My theory was that the reason the opponent can slap Anna back is because the developers were lazy and just had them copy her moveset to do it back and just mirror the animation. So for a temporary time, they have access to her moveset just to do that little slap, and that's it. But if you interrupt them, it cuts off the part of the code that returns them back to their own move list. So now they're stuck in Anna's move list. That was my theory. But I don't get why the hell that gives Anna their moves. So my theory is out the window.
I did hear someone said it's like, oh, they're gonna patch this by just removing the slap, and I'd be like, oh, this is no more fun. Idea. Like,
well maybe the reason is something really dumb, like, oh well, in order to keep both movesets loaded, they can't just copy one moveset to the other character. They have to swap them. So while Anna's getting hit, she's actually getting their moveset, and then it alternates every time with the character slapping. Or some dumb bullshit where it's really poorly coded.
Yeah, it was a very dumb, lazy workaround, and it's very similar to how in Mortal Kombat, the very first Mortal Kombat, they had a glitch like this, where if Sonya Blade got a counter hit with her leg grab move where she knocks you down, for some reason, that disabled the opponent's ability to block as they were getting up. Because like it just didn't re-engage the block button because you interrupted it with the counter hits. So she could just keep looping that leg throw and get an infinite in the very first Mortal Kombat game. It made Sonya top tier. This sounds like that, where there's a part of the code that says to switch them back to normal, but because you interrupted the slap, they're now both stuck in the wrong spot, which is very funny, but also terrible. And the fact that it hasn't been fixed yet is crazy. This should have been fixed like the minute it was discovered, because it's got to be a very simple switch, like. But
this patch has gone on for an entire week now.
Yeah. And by the way, Snake, like I mentioned earlier, not only are pro players and other players voicing their disdain about this and how stupid it is, and they want it to be reverted and just cancel this whole season 2 update except for Anna, but they're also literally boycotting the game. There is a boycott Tekken website you can go to where you can enter your gamer tag, and it's more than a regular petition, because at first I was like, yeah, they're signing it, but where's the proof they're actually not still playing it? Well, because you use your gamer tag, it actually tracks your gamer tag. So if you turn the game back on, it takes you off the list. And you can reapply later and boycott again, but it will take you off. So when you see 6,000 or 7,000 people on that boycott list, those are 7,000 active players that are not playing anymore. And
they will tell you like how high level these players are, and they'll even say how many years they played Tekken, like 20 years and stuff like that. All these details about these players who are just done playing Tekken right now.
That's how crazy it is.
It is actually kind of amazing and in a weird way kind of touching how like together the community of Tekken is to like shit on Tekken 8 right now due to like their games like doing this to them and stuff like that. By the way, someone says like, "Oh, I didn't know they added Mokujin back to this patch." It's like even right now on Steam, you go to look at the score for Tekken. Like I remember when Tekken 8 had like the microtransaction stuff. Oh, it went down to like 50% like reviews. Now it has a 9% recent reviews and a 56% like current reviews.
Yeah. And keep in mind that's after them deleting the dislike bombs before. But the Tekken community will just have someone post like, by the way, they mass deleted our dislikes again. You know what to do, and they just re-dislike bomb it. It's almost inspiring. Like they just get right back on that shit. Now I will say that people are surprised by this. I'm not, because I've known the Tekken community is like this for about 2 years now, where they will all go in on something together. Yeah.
in a weird way, it's kind of inspiring, especially looking at this from like an MK fan perspective. It's like, guys, people were shitting on Mortal Kombat when it came out. Nothing this strong. Nobody was like this together to come together to talk about one thing and try to push for this like protesting and stuff. You ask Mortal Kombat 1 fans, what do you not like about this game? Everyone will give a different answer. No one can come together with all three of us. I think we would say something different that won't help NRS. You know, it's like what Snake wants, what I want, what Dog wants, all different. It's like Mortal Kombat 1 is a bad game. Why? Because Jade's not in it. Okay, you know, it's like, but it's like
it doesn't have the MK2 lady ninja scans. Where are they? Where's Scarlet? She's iconic. Oh, that's where Scarlet is. She's replaced Anna Williams and fucking ruined Tekken. She's got the same hair color and everything.
Okay, this is the meme that it's not the, I don't know why this is the first one that I thought of, but I do think it's kind of funny. There's another version of it with like the Get Out guy, but anyways, like I don't know if you guys seen this meme before.
Boy smell, what?
Oh, it's like where are the women at, and then when the women pull up. Yeah, I've seen that kind of meme.
Yeah. So it's like imagine like turning into like Mortal Kombat 1 haters when they see like Tekken haters. Like that kind of like feeling. In a way, you know,
when like the boss music kind of joke, like how you are the boss, it's that kind of meme where like the villain is like, why do I hear boss music? That's how the MK1 haters feel. They're like, why do I hear boss music? It's the Tekken community all hating in sync about the exact same issue. Also, one more thing that was bad about this whole situation is that some Tekken developers are blocking large creators for only because they're criticizing it. They don't even say anything bad. Now, could there be a communication barrier there? Maybe they don't quite get what's going on. Maybe.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look good. And it's happened to more than just one creator, apparently. So some even small creators or like people on Reddit are joking like, yeah, I checked just to see and I'm blocked too. Which might mean that there's a block chain where if you even follow this person, you might get blocked. I'm not sure if X still has blockchains, but Twitter had it. And it was pretty infamous because people were like, blockchains are BS because you're blocking me when I have no issue. But it's because you're following someone they blocked, and so it blocked you also. It was a very big problem with the Marvel Comics industry. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm not blocked yet. I checked with Maury, is it? Who I'd never even heard of until this whole thing kicked off. So there's people like, I've been blocked, so I looked. I'm not.
Good.
Not yet. When that Tekken 7 video eventually drops in 2035, then I'll get blocked.
I'm so excited about that.
And honestly, I'm probably going to restart the entire thing and just restart from scratch because I didn't like the direction it was going, to be honest.
Oh, unfortunate. I mean, you know, your work of art, you want to take time. You want to be like George R.R. Martin, you know, take your time to make the masterpiece, you know, simmer down, you know.
I can't even say it's unfair to compare me to him because this video, I promise I said this video was going to happen like 8 years ago.
I didn't even mean to do that accidentally. I wasn't even thinking with the length. And then the inevitable Tekken 8 button too.
It's like the MKX video, I think, where I said it. It's like, that's how long ago this was. It's not even unfair comparison. Fuck. You destroyed me, Sonic. It's over. It's over.
I didn't even mean to. I wasn't even trying. But yeah, like, it's a very interesting, especially from an outsider perspective, because we're Mortal Kombat like YouTubers. Even I saw a Dog made a poll recently. It's like, have you guys heard about the Tekken controversy? And like 90% of people would say I don't care because they're like Mortal Kombat fans.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting looking at it from an outside perspective. Be like, okay, this is interesting. We could learn some things about this, you know. But I'm just saying, you know, if Tekken wants to ever like fix their issues, just add Alex, add Roger Jr. There you go, you're done. Easy.
That's what my girlfriend wants too. She's like, where are all the cute animal characters that I like playing? And I'm like, I know. Never forget what they took from us. Never forget. Need more animals? Need Bruce. Severe lack of Bruce in my Tekken 8. Angel would be cool too.
What were you saying, Snake?
Bring back MILF Michelle Chang. That'll save the game.
I saw on Twitter people were saying
and don't
like,
just make her look young. Don't just make her look young like they did in Tekken Tag 2. No, I wanted to have some wrinkles under her eyes. I wanted to have her be a bit, not too much, but just a bit chubby, a bit of a mom body, just a bit. And
When
Nick, there are no old women in Tekken. There never have been.
that's
Anna
the
is
problem.
like canonically
they need
50.
one. MK's beating them with Madam Bo.
True. Well,
When you
MK's
said
always been
a
winning with
bit
like
chubby.
more ugly women. They've always been winning in that department. They've always given their ladies wrinkles and no makeup. They've been ahead of that for a while. Yeah.
Snake, when you said a bit chubby, you're like a bit. And don't just make her
mom
like
bod.
young. I want her a bitch. That's what I'm like. What? Yeah, what?
No Michelle Chang. No Michelle Chang. Bring back JC.
Michelle's not a bitch. Michelle's great. Oh, fuck JC. Michelle's great. Bring back Michelle.
Fine. If you're gonna do Michelle,
And
then bring
finally
back
give us
JC
closure
also.
on the Ganryu story. Have Ganryu be like, oh, Michelle Chang, it was you I loved the whole time. It wasn't Julia. And Michelle just pulls a Glock on him and says, you stay away from my daughter, you son of a bitch. And then finally we get some resolution on the Ganryu story. No one even likes Ganryu, so I don't think anyone would mind if he got shot in the face live on
Ganryu
camera,
does
like a live leak video. I think it'd be fine.
But I mean, Ganryu is an OG. You know, he's the Kano of the series.
Ganryu sucks. I will say
that's
if he
not
goes
even
away,
inaccurate.
I'll also be happy.
Oh, that's not even inaccurate. Oh, fuck. Why'd you put this idea out into the world?
Sorry. I know that one Kano stan who watches this. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to offend you.
I mean, Ganryu is
fuck
kind
it,
of
they deserve
Kano
it.
because he's just like he's been around. He's only exists because he's an OG. Nobody likes
And
Ganryu. I'm like
and
convinced
he's a
that
sex
nobody
pest.
got excited. Yeah.
Damn. There's like that one player who likes playing Ganryu.
It's the same with Bob. Bob's also garbage. People like his moveset. Bob's stupid.
Bob is
Yeah.
no.
I like Slim Bob.
No.
Bob is a
How dare
charismatic
you.
Chad. You will not besmirch the name of Robert Roberts in this household. You
Charismatic.
Have you not
How's he
seen the
charismatic?
recent tweet that someone like the Anna stands are fighting with the Bob stands? Have we not seen that recently?
Yeah, people think Bob is coming because some of his animations are in the game, but apparently
Yeah.
that's really common.
No. What I saw was like someone wrote something like, you know, like Bob is irrelevant, and then the guy just posted like Bob's reveal trailer compared to Anna's reveal trailer being like 3 million more or some shit.
That's funny. Just super petty. Like, by the way, here's what's gonna happen when Bob gets here. Listen,
I think I just saw a tweet.
Bob was a shit stain on the underwear of Tekken, even in his debut. The man was so top tier. He had the Leroy
Unbelievable.
problem. Everybody was playing him.
Guys,
he was broken.
Everyone who can hear my voice right now, go unsubscribe from True Underdog Gaming. That'll teach me a lesson.
That's fucked up, Snake.
You do not come for us, Bob stands. How dare you, you despicable man? Who do you think you
Unbelievable.
are?
That's fucked up, Snake. That's like me saying, everybody listening to my voice right now, go and hypnotize Katana. Right now. Just do it.
What?
Hypnotize Katana. Do it.
I don't know. I think it's easier to click a
that's-
button than. I think Snake's
don't-
request is a lot easier, honestly.
I'm here
It's
like,
not about
yo, what
ease
you-
of
go
difficulty.
on
It's
to-
about the fact that Snake would hate that.
No, because it gives me more material for a sequel video, dog. You are helping my
Oh.
career by planting the seeds early. Thank you, dog.
Damn.
Oh,
Damn.
4D chess there. Oh my gosh.
Shit.
Would you like to talk about another fighting game that's been getting some controversies?
Oh, City of the Wolves. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That was on the.
This is
topic
so
list.
interesting because we've known about Ronaldo, we did not know about the other guy. But yeah, basically, with Snake, why don't you give a bit of a summary of what's going on?
So City of the Wolves, the long-awaited sequel to Garo Mark of the Wolves, the sequel to the Fatal Fury series, which is part of KOF but not really. It's a whole thing. Watch Thorgy's Arcade's videos on those series.
Yes.
The new entry's coming out, and they've been revealing some of the guest characters, base roster guest characters, which is really rare these days. Like outside of Soul Calibur, you don't really see that. MK's last one was Kratos in MK9. Most fighting games will put them in the DLC, I assume, so they don't have to share profits, but this game is having it. Maybe because SNK is like lower money, they need help, so they're like, we're going to put in Ronaldo, the footballer. He's just in the game. Not even a character based on him, because SNK likes to just base characters on other people and other characters,
Yeah.
and just not credit them. But no, it's literally him,
Yeah.
and he has like a football-based moveset, which is a neat idea. That's
Yeah.
pretty fun. A fighting
Yeah, I
game
wonder
character
which
who
game
does
did that
football.
first. LeBron. Anyway. But yeah, sorry, go ahead.
That's basketball. It's a whole different thing.
Yeah, but it's the exact same gimmick of all balls on screen. You got to deal with it while I combo you. But yeah.
Yeah. So they put him in, and now they've also put in some guy. I don't know who the fuck this guy is.
Salvatore Ganucci. I have to look up his name too to remember.
He's like a musician, I think.
Yes.
Like it's literally if MK11 put Dimitri Vegas in as an actual base roster character in MK11.
Yes, exactly.
It's so bizarre. But people are having fun saying he looks like Maximilian Dude, and so Max is like, yeah, I'm gonna do a voice mod like day one.
I remember he was looking at his ultimate because he takes his sunglasses off and he's like, because his ultimate is like he punches the screen like this, and then Max had to pause and be like, "That's not me. That's not me." As Chaz like going crazy and stuff like that. You know what's really funny though is there are people now saying like, that Saudi Arabia influence, eh?
Yeah, it definitely is. Like some really rich guy in Saudi Arabia is just putting his favorite characters in the game. Like that's totally what he's
like
doing.
The most successful football player, and then
it?
also people are saying that that's like the prince's like personal DJ. Like there's like these rumors saying.
I guarantee the reason they're doing it is because not just to put them in. I bet it's so they can go, I get to meet them. It's like when Kojima puts in like a big celebrity in one of his games. It's like, well, if I get Norman Reedus in the game, I can meet Norman Reedus in person. Kiefer Sutherland, I can meet him in real life. And so it's like I get to meet these celebrities who normally wouldn't give me the time of day, but if I use this Japanese game studio as a cover, they'll go there and I can show up and go, haha, Ronaldo, my friend. And Ronaldo's like, what is this? What is this bullshit?
You know the funniest thing is
they just get the impersonator like whatever that one streamer who was it. Was it iShowSpeed who met him, but it wasn't actually him? It was just some guy posing as him or something.
Maybe iShowSpeed loves Ronaldo. Like I know that. Yeah. The thing is, Snake, you might not be wrong because this is the funnier thing. The actual people, the actor and the singer, they did show up for an ad. Very just like whatever ad to just be filmed. Maybe they met them there and they're like, "Hey man, it's nice to see you. Okay, that's all the clout we've got. Don't worry." Someone's gonna voice you in the game, not yourself. So don't worry about anything else. You just need to film this ad, and you're done. Bye. It's like the fact that both of them aren't even voicing themselves is like so funny. It's like, oh, they got professional voice actors. Okay.
Also, didn't they show that iShowSpeed is in a recent trailer for City of the Wolves too? I saw that.
I don't know. Is that real? I always thought that was a fan edit. Let me see this.
If it's a fan edit, then it's done really well. If it's actually a real trailer, I'm sad.
iShowSpeed is getting punched in Fatal Fury. Wait, what is this?
Like they get put into the game, and KSI is like, "What's happening?" Like he's on the outside watching them get digitized and beat up. But I'm okay with iShowSpeed getting punched in the face because he does. The part I'm not okay with is that iShowSpeed's friends, who also get digitized, start beating the shit out of Terry Bogard and the other City of the Wolves characters, like just kicking their ass. And I'm like, what?
Wait, where is this from? I saw this. I'm seeing this right now.
And it looks like legit, right? It looks like well animated and everything.
This is a commercial for the game featuring iShowSpeed, KSI, Connor Ben, and Europe Jr. What? What the fuck is going on?
So it's real?
It is apparently real?
This feels like, you know, people say that MK's become Smash Bros if your dad picked the roster. This is Smash Bros if your son picked the roster. Your Zoomer son who just plays Fortnite and just has the iPad and the phone like attention deficit, and then attention deficit.
Yeah, I'm watching it here. Boss. Apparently there's like a 3-minute fucking. I always thought this was just an edit. I didn't know this is actually iShowSpeed and shit.
That's hideous. That looks terrible. I think this game is cooked. I don't think it's going to work.
What is going on? Like, what the fuck? You know, the thing
real,
is,
right?
Fatal Fury fans are looking at this and being just like, what the fuck is happening to my game? I waited 20 years for this shit to see these, like, beloved characters make a return.
See,
what
again,
the fuck am I looking at?
Yeah,
if these were just new characters inspired by them, so it's like, oh, here's Ronaldo, he's gonna show us a few moves that could be really good for a fighting game. The character will be inspired by him. His name's Rolando or something, and he's just I know a new character is going to show up, perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But when this is a new entry in a series that, while these characters are showing up in KOF alternate continuity, their own series has not had a new entry in over 20 years, and people wanted this game for so long, and then roster slots are being wasted on the stupidest fucking celebrity cameos this is dumber than Megan Fox's Natara.
Oh, yeah, because it's at least she's just the voice. That's not the
Like that's dumb. But this is worse. This is like
this might be worse. Yeah.
Even if you put Ronda Rousey in MK, it wouldn't be as bad. This is just baffling.
Isn't it funny that this is the exact opposite of Megan Fox, because Megan Fox is the voice, but she's doing Natara. This is Ronaldo, but the voice is not Ronaldo.
Well, that's what happened with LeBron in Multiverses. Someone else did the voice.
True. But to be fair, though, the thing is, LeBron is a character in Space Jam, a fictional cartoon character in there, so that's cute at least. Okay, I'm gonna not be too rude, even though this is a dumb ad. It's just an ad, whatever. It's not like that's the main focus should be about Ronaldo and Salvador. Like, wait, is that his name? Shit, I forgot. I got
they've made the model. We don't know that this won't become an actual thing.
It won't. But
I'm still
holy
mad that
shit.
Terry Bogart's getting beat up by these like regular boxers.
Terry and Rock, right? I just saw Rock too.
Yeah.
Rock got the face close up too. So yeah, your baby Rock there.
Now I will say real quick, I think the DJ character is actually great because that's how characters play in the other games. King of Fighters, there's always that like one really goofy, wacky character with silly moves. And
I like seeing his moves more than Ronaldo. I agree.
Yeah,
he does.
I think the
he's
DJ
more
character is
funny.
fun to watch. So as long as we don't get any more, this might be fine. But
there are good news because one interview they've stated. Well, to be fair, the next DLC there's gonna have 2 more guest fighters, and it's actually awesome ones, Ken and Chun-Li. So awesome, like that's great. But there are like the developer did say, or it's not entirely true how true this is, but they literally said something like, we're gonna put all the Fatal Fury characters in the game. It's like, oh
no, they're
like
not.
all of them.
Oh, that'd be cool.
And in one of the interviews, and then they also said that they're gonna have like, have you guys ever played the very original Fatal Fury games? Like I'm talking like Fatal Fury 1, like original.
Yeah.
Do you know about the lane switch mechanic?
Yeah.
They're gonna apparently bring that back in this game, as a, like
It
a
must
mode.
be for a special mode. Yeah.
Yeah, like a mode. And
To
so
be
that's
fair,
a really
I was not a
interesting
fan of the
concept
lane
too.
switching, but you know, it could be fun to see them.
It's so unique. It's such a like a kind of a thing. So I do wonder how they could do it in a modern depiction though. So it's not all downer, but it definitely feels like it's a 17 character base roster with 2 stains in there basically. It's
Not
like,
to mention a lot of the other characters are just like legacy. I mean, they're so some of the new characters, or not new, but sorry, a lot of those characters on the 17 character roster are kind of hodgepodges of existing characters. For example, you have the protege of Mai and Andy in the game. You have
oh, you're talking about the last character, Hokuto Maru, right?
You also have that what's her name? She's Joey.
Joe's student, right?
Yeah. She's Preacha. You have Preacha, who's just Joey's apprentice. So you have kind of some clone characters in the game a little bit too.
They're doing the new generation kind of
Hey,
you know.
But if we get every Fatal Fury character, that means we might get that character from King of Fighters 14 to come back, who's like Terry's biggest fan or something. That chick. That
well,
blonde
it's
chick
Fatal
that had his
Fury,
moves.
not King of Fighter.
Well,
but she's
I
from the
think it
Fatal
was a
Fury
Fatal
universe,
Fury
I think,
pachinko
though.
machine.
Oh, in that case, that it could work.
Yeah.
I was thinking of like what was I thinking? Shit, I lost my trail of thought. No. It was something to do with like the characters. Oh yeah, I actually couldn't recognize Hokuto Maru at first because he was a kid in the last game. So it's like, oh, he's grown up. Like that's the thing. It's oh, okay. I appreciate that. Everyone in the comments are like, oh, thank you, an actual Fatal Fury character. Wow, what we wanted. Thanks. It's like that's like all in the comments right now.
Because
That's the final character.
Weren't the 2 celebrities announced like back to back?
Kind of.
With no actual characters in between.
No, yeah. No characters in between. And then the final character is Hokuto Maru. So it's like, in a weird way, maybe they should have just released like the last guest characters as the last characters, but I guess they kind of salvage it because this is a character that's at least like in the last game. I don't know where to go with this. I'm still flabbergasted about this iShow Speed X Fatal Fury commercial with KSI and shit. I'm still flabbergasted. Okay.
I mean, I think that's really it for this topic.
All we got left is basically the game to come out and see how it goes, which actually, I don't think this is going to cause people to boycott it, but there are people that are like, I don't want to play this game anymore because of these 2's inclusion. I don't think it's going to be that bad, though. It's like, even Max is like, I'm just going to stick with my Terry, my boy, and just leave them alone. Or maybe if I play with them, I'll just have fun with them and shit. Although there has been a giant meme that's going around, and it's like this game might sell and might be like the biggest successful fighting game in history, just because IShowSpeed's gonna play it for Ronaldo. And IShowSpeed is fucking huge now. Like he can do anything and it'll like become like a huge hit. Millions of people watching on Twitch and shit. So
Oh damn! Apparently,
no,
people...
he's definitely going to be in it because he's one who
IShowSpeed?
barks at people. Yeah, he barks at people, doesn't he?
he barks.
Barks.
Yes,
really.
like he does.
Yeah.
He does a lot of
Mark-
things. He does sports and shit.
City of the Wolves. That's what they're going to play into that and go. Oh, he's got that dog in him, and he comes out going arr, arr, arr. And it's going to be the most cringe shit ever. I mean, they've made the models. Like
So apparently, Maximilian dude might be boycotting the game too, or is this fake?
No, dog. The thing you're bringing up here is another thing that I've been seeing on Twitter a lot recently. Is
People are
that
gonna
like
boycott the game over Ronaldo? Oh shit!
allegations, basically. So it's
Well, this
very
is for
like people are saying.
assault. Yeah.
Yes, and it's like people are now bringing that up. Basically, it's like there's a lot of memes about this. Like, it's like you see a really good Ronaldo player, and then the Ronaldo player will be like, "Look, it's just functions, okay? I'm not," and stuff like that. But that's a very interesting like a thing that's been going on is Mr. Ronaldo's like controversies and stuff.
Oh, it's Ronaldo he's talking about.
Yes, I didn't know about Max knowing about this, but I did see on Twitter people being like, "Wow, why'd they add this into the game and stuff? Like, how could they?" and whatnot.
I guess I have less of a heart than Maximilian do because I'm definitely playing this game.
It doesn't look. You can play the game. It's just not. It's not like
He doesn't want to do
it's just
sponsor
like
stuff.
that
is all.
character.
Yeah, he doesn't want to do sponsor stuff related to it. It seems like. mainly.
Foggy
I
did
see.
like a whole thing at the end of his KOF retrospective where it's like, yeah,
The Saudi
you know,
Arabia situation.
yeah, like you can't not talk about it as much as that sucks.
Like,
but it
yeah.
has to be addressed. Yeah.
It's
Although with
uncomfortable.
the
It's
Saudi
like
Arabia
because I
angle,
know
people have brought up that almost
just
every big
whatever
fighting
you're-
game is owned by someone like that, except for
Yeah.
maybe Mortal Kombat. Yeah.
ironically.
David Zaslav. So you know.
Damn.
So
Yeah,
what I'll
not
say
much
is,
better.
whatever your thoughts on the Saudi Arabia stuff and whatnot, whether you think, oh, this game shouldn't exist, I don't want nothing to do with it, or whether you're like, I don't give a shit, I just want to play a fun fighting game. Don't be dicks to each other about it. Just be nice. You know, your opinion is not better than someone else's just because it's yours. Don't do that. Just be civil. Try just don't be a dick. Like how hard is it to live your life by the rule? Don't be a dick. Be excellent to each other. That's how you should live your life.
Do your research, form your own opinions, and decide if you want to support this game or not. The game still looks really good. It's just like a lot of things iffy things you gotta, you can consider or not, basically.
Yeah, and it doesn't make you a bad person if you decide that to you that doesn't matter as much as just having a fun game, and it doesn't make you a good person just because you go, yeah, well, I stand on my fuck you. You're not better than anyone else. You're not worse than anyone else.
I stand on my fuck you. Okay.
Everyone's opinion is equally valid and equally invalid. That's just how it is. Okay, we're all even. Let's try and be friends and not be dicks. Okay.
Okay. So I didn't know that we actually were gonna speed run through these topics very fast, but look at that. We still have enough time to get through some Q&As. That is so fast, Snake. I expected this to go on for 4. I thought we were gonna gush about Fortnite for 2 hours. Okay, so we went through this pretty good.
I'm glad we did.
I bought Wonder Woman in Fortnite.
Oh, you bought Wonder Woman in Fortnite recently. That's cool. I forgot what I bought recently. I bought some emotes, and I used your code, Snake, because you keep getting a lot of money from me, and I'll tell you that much.
Stop.
Dog would join Fortnite once they add Laura Croft. I actually really wanted to get you guys to play Fortnite again because they said they were gonna do the limited time like mythic only mode, like melee mythics. I feel like that could have been fun and easier for you guys, but it still hasn't happened yet. So I can't make my video called. I was gonna make a video called forcing Mortal Kombat YouTubers to play Fortnite, and that would have been the perfect opportunity. Just if the limited time mode happened, but it still hasn't happened yet. There's a chance still. The season's not over yet, so you're not off the hook yet, dog.
Well, can you imagine?
Well,
Imagine if you took that idea. Can you imagine if you took the idea, Son?
Yeah, we can play Rivals.
instead of just being, oh, I'm gonna play with my 2 friends and we're gonna play Fortnite. Imagine if it was like you do individual sessions with various MK YouTubers. Or here's you and History Behind the Warrior. Here's you and Uncaged Games, whatever. And it's like just like splicing different experiences with different people, and you go, haha, you have to play Fortnite.
You have to play.
Because I reckon you've
play it.
I reckon you've got enough clout now where you could get some decently sized YouTubers, maybe some friends of the channel. Maybe you could. Maybe with dogs,
I feel like I definitely
Wooly
could. It just depends on like, oh gee, I sure wonder why you brought him up. I just feel like it's like I have so many other big projects.
No, fuck you.
I really
you became a fan of him too. You became a big fan of him because you started listening to his podcast.
Stop.
Stop.
We need to go to the next conversation. We don't have time. Look, Dog is doing his ignoring us like mode again. Okay, so we should just go. Okay, let's just go to our next topic.
Yeah, what is that topic?
I don't mean
the Q&A
to
or...
rush the topics on you.
Before we do that, do you guys mind taking a break? I want to get some water. For our Q&A session. Just a couple questions.
Just
so
a couple
BRB.
questions, he says.
Actually, I have no idea how many questions we want to do. I like how after Princess Bubblegum is added into Fortnite, now people are like saying, like, you have the Tyrant Squad.
Yeah, we're going to be getting a Palpatine and
oh yeah,
supposedly Palpatine, Qui-Gon, and everyone's favorite Sith Lord, Jar Jar Binks.
I'm gonna say this: Fortnite can do one of the funniest things ever. What that meme is like, they can do the funniest
Darth
thing
Jar
ever.
Jar.
Yes, like that would be awesome. Honestly, I want that.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if in the trailer you just like it's like Vader and it's like Palpatine fighting Qui-Gon, and then you hear another lightsaber, then here he is, the boy walking in with his red lightsaber, as a way to reveal that Jar Jar is in the game.
Yeah, I think Mordoink said he wants like General Grievous, and a battle droid. I think that'd be very cute.
Oh yeah, I don't know how well it would work in terms of his like body structure, but
you mean like General
fun.
Grievous?
Yeah,
I guess. I think he just mainly would be showing his lightsabers with the emo, but usually he would just keep like 200. I think they have had 4 armed characters in the game before.
So you're saying Goro could be a thing?
Why not? Sure. I think that'd be very funny.
Imagine Goro's like Shokan medallion or whatever as a weapon, and it gives you the Shokan stomp that homes in on people.
Ooh, that'd be fun. I
can't even do anything. That would be a thing.
Oh no, they don't really have a forearm skin in the game. No, I'm looking at it. There's a pretty cool idea, but not literally 4 arms though. But I can show you the one I'm talking about. I do like this skin though; it's very cool. But it's not actually 4 arms, so they haven't done that yet. But this is the 4 arm, the technically 4 arm skin that exists. It's just a girl like putting her hands in the pocket, and it's like she's got like arms on her shoulders.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool though, I would say. I still like this. Obviously, Goro's hands would just be somewhere like around him and stuff.
Well, that's the things like Goro's lower arms rarely, all the Shokan, they rarely do anything. They're usually just like down there by the side, maybe on the hips or like full or crossed. But like usually the lower arms do nothing other than imitate the upper arms.
Yeah. Also, you're cutting out constantly, so I mean, it's not gonna affect the recording. But I just like you just say, yeah, yep, yep, yep. So I'm just like, yes.
That has been a bit of a problem lately. It could be right now because I am muting myself a bit to cut out the background noise, but it might also just be a general issue that I don't know how to fix. It just
I think it's more
sometimes.
internet. Yeah, you're good now. It's a good thing that we did this. Actually, we did this Discord like today instead of 2 days ago. Did you know Discord like shut off for like a couple hours?
Yes, I was there for it. I was playing with friends. Coincidentally enough, the game we were playing as well, Repo, also crashed at the same time.
Oh, you're playing Repo!
Yeah.
Awesome.
We play modded, so we've all got classes.
Y'all got classes? Whoa, that sounds interesting.
Yeah, so one person has one that he plays the Reaper class, which makes it every time an enemy dies, he gets health.
Ooh, interesting.
And one person is, I think he's a tank, so he just gets extra health. I'm a mage, which gives me which cuts my health in half, but it means that I can heal myself. Which means obviously I can, like, while healing others, I can heal myself as well at the same time, and I can also increase my movement speed for a short time. I'll just get all my stamina back with the press of a key. It's really
That
fun.
sounds fun, actually. Yeah, that sounds great. I always love, like, Among Us with mods is really fun, like, with the classes and stuff like that. That
Yes.
sounds awesome. I actually
So-
always wanted to play Reaper with my friends, too.
Because there was a classes mod for like that for Lethal Company as well.
Ah, that sounds... Lethal Company with mods is very fun, too.
The best mod I saw for Lethal... Well, yeah, the best mod I ever saw for Lethal Company was one of the items you can find... Well, okay, there's a really good one where you can pick up a game controller and it just turns into Doom. Enemies keep spawning and you get the Doom super shotgun.
That's just a different game, then. That sounds awesome.
The best mod, though, the best mod for that entire game is one where one of the pieces of trash you can find is a boxed copy of Concord and it's worth $1.
Okay, that's pretty good. I also I really like the Mimic mod. You know what that is?
Oh yeah, to put the Mimic from Lethal Company into Repo.
Repo? Oh, does that exist in Repo?
I believe so, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. It's just really fun. It's just out of nowhere. You just hear someone talking, and it's like, oh yeah, that's that guy. And it's like, wait a second, he said that already. Ah! It's awesome finding out like if he's a real player or not.
Yeah, like Pyrocynical just did a video about this.
Server blight. Did you watch it?
Yeah, and like that is the thing that happens there.
Spoilers, but I love that moment too. I was like, because okay, what I did was I watched Server Blight the series before I watched Pyrocynical's like analysis. So when it got to that point, I was like, oh, he got infected. When did he get infected? Super early on. I'm like, oh shit! The moment when he went to go kill the scout, like, oh wow, that's so cool.
What's really funny is that video. It's like there's only 4 episodes. What is this to analyze? This is just an excuse for him to talk about the thing.
I love the thing, so I don't mind. It was just like, this is not really a Server Blight video, but still, it's like, I do love the thing. You know, I don't mind more people knowing this film because it's like one of my favorite horror films. But still, it's kind of funny. Here's it's actually a thing analysis. What's taking dogs so long? We've been like chatting here for like 5 minutes. Yeah. Actually, yeah, it's like we're almost at the 3-hour mark. If he doesn't come back, we're gonna like do this podcast ourselves here. Jeez. I'm gonna punish dog. I'm gonna have a Fortnite question like when he comes back. And I did see one of our audiences did have a Fortnite question. It'll be
Yes.
funny. Force him to engage. You're not gonna make a Fortnite dog? You're not gonna make a Fortnite video, dog? We're gonna force you to engage. Oh, he's back. Shit, everybody. Oh, hello. Hi, welcome back.
Sorry for making y'all wait too long.
Back.
Sorry. I know that took a while. Had to do some chores.
No worries.
Okay.
Well, we had some funny topics that we brought up. May or may not have been Fortnite related, so you were gone for perfect timing.
I can't wait to watch them. These Fortnite characters look pretty cool.
This one's cool. Yeah, it's like her arms will always be like the robotic like things next to her, but she'll.
Oh, she's
like
restrained. I just noticed too.
That would have been a really cool concept for Jax or Jackie for a reimagining.
That does sound kind of cool. Okay, so to end off today's episode, we have started gathering some more questions that we have asked the fans recently. We just thought it'd be like a fun, like, interaction between the fans, like moment, and it could be like make some like fun segments, and we want to try to put this at the end of the episodes for some more engagement and more topics and stuff. So I posted on Combat Kings, and I asked like Snake and Dog, what should I write? So this quote that I put here: "Ask us questions. We're running out of topics. Please help. We need you guys for serious." That was like Snake's amazing wording. So I thought, oh, why don't we put that on here? It just seems amazing. But anyways, let's check out our first question. It's the most liked comment and the highest rated question that we have gotten. And so this question is by a username called The Fourth Snake. And he says, "You were supposed to word it like this, Sonic! Sonic!"
Snake! Yep.
Yes, that's an amazing question we've got here.
Sonic.
I did reply to you, teehee. Alex YZ9TO has asked, have you tried consulting with the Elder Gods? Thank you. Thank you very much. So I do like this one, just because we can force Dog to engage with this topic more. So this question comes from NDRES, and this person asks, would you guys prefer Fortnite's MK skins to have new designs, like the TMNT skins, or are you fine with them using the classic looks?
I'm always down for new designs. I like seeing new stuff. Always.
I do.
Yeah.
I actually really wanted to see Fortnite do a unique design for
That's why I'm happy that Street Fighter games finally started making the default costumes new. Because for a while, like Ryu and Ken just had the same, like everyone had the same default outfit. and then you could have an alternate. Now the default is the alternate, and the classic is your costume too. Love that. Every fighting game should do that. Yeah.
Yeah. This person brought up TMNT because like you've guys seen like April O'Neil and Shredder. They look awesome.
I bought April O'Neil, motherfucker.
Yes. So it's like I actually would. I personally would have liked to see like what would they do with the Mortal Kombat like
they did
designs.
it with Marvel at first, didn't they? Like I think the original Star-Lord and Black Widow designs were basically like Fortnite edits. They weren't one-to-one the movie designs or anything.
I think so, or either that or they're based off the comics. I'm not too sure. I know Transformers, I think, was original too, from what I recall.
Yeah, I feel like Katana is a good showcase of why it would be a good idea, because like if you can't fit these classic costumes in, because again, what the edit with the shorts is to cover a certain thing that most Katana designs have. So I feel like it would be a beneficial to make some original designs for these characters going forward. Plus, people have already observed there are lots of very clearly MK-inspired designs in this game. Like the character Jade is like a red lady ninja with a blue palette. I used her as the bootleg katana. Clearly, there's a lot of love for MK over there. It would be neat to see some of the artists get a shot at redesigning these characters. I mean, I know a lot of people don't like at least Raiden and Sub-Zero, but I think there's a lot of love for the Injustice Scorpion by Jim Lee. So I like the idea of collaborations, giving those artists from the other side the chance to shake up the designs a bit, try some new ideas. Like, what could the Fortnite artist do with Katana that fits within the game's guidelines? What could they do with Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Liu Kang, Raiden, everyone?
Yeah. It really is a case, in my opinion, of like either one I'm fine with, because on one hand I would love to see Fortnite's original ideas because they've done pretty good stuff, and on the other hand it's like, you know, the comfortable classic designs. It's like, oh, you know, it's like that's what I want for Scorpion. Like, why not? Kind of a feeling. So it's kind of a win-win no matter what, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. I mean, styles give them an excuse to do both. Like they could have just done an original Sub-Zero design in place of M1K Sub-Zero or UMK3 Sub-Zero. They could have just said, let's only do one actual design, and the other one is an original design.
That's sort of how I feel with Bihan, because that's a surprise. I'm like, oh, Bihan, that's awesome, like from Mortal Kombat 1. And I also think Bihan's awesome because you got Bihan and Kuai Liang, so it's like that's like technically a different character there. So I like that as a bonus, basically. And for my videos, because now I can make a bunch of memes about Bihan.
Bihan, more like Be Gone by the next game.
Sad Bihan fans.
It will be interesting to see how they handle the fact that they don't have a normal Sub-Zero.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the multiverse gives them an easy out, but that'd be the lamest fucking thing they could do.
Man, I'm looking at some of these questions. Some of them literally are like topics for future episodes. Like that impressive, these questions. Good job, guys. I'm very impressed with some of these questions that you guys have like put out here. I think this one's kind of good because it also is topical. Kevin Amiss 9936 says, well, he says, what about an episode? But I'll just ask the question. What about an episode about Injustice 3? What you guys want or hope to see? This is kind of relevant because we've heard rumors about James Gunn like going into like the DC like video game industry, pushing up some things or some of these rumors that are going around and stuff. So Injustice 3 might be happening. So not too much, because I think, like he said, this could literally be an entire episode, but just some small things. What do you guys want to see if Injustice 3 ever happens?
I want to see the same game.
Thank you very much.
I want to see the same gameplay. I like how Injustice 2 was very similar gameplay, but they added some new moves to existing characters and added new characters. I like that. I want Injustice 3 to do the same thing. I want like legacy knowledge to carry over, but I want to see a lot of cool new characters.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
One of my favorite things about Injustice 2 is like whoa, Scarecrow, like what, Poison Ivy, whoa, I like that. Swamp Thing, right? Yeah, these are really fun.
Also, the stage interactables where you knock them to the stage transitions need to do more damage, because at the competitive level, you almost never see anyone go for the wall break because it's way better to keep corner advantage. So something's got to change about that. Like, Maybe they can even do it like Guilty Gear, where it's no longer a back 3 to transition. Instead, the wall has like a health bar, and if you hit them against the wall enough, it does just break inevitably, and it forces a neutral situation again. Something's got to change, because...
One thing I do dislike about the overall gameplay is it feels like you have 2 attack buttons. Because one's dedicated to the character's signature ability, and one's just for somewhat situational, like the heavy hits. It kind of feels like you only really have 2 buttons. I think freeing one of those buttons up for some actual more attacks would benefit the game in terms of the depth of the characters.
Yes. Netherrealm, 4 buttons for attacks, and the trait button is moved to that useless left trigger that normally never does anything. That's how you do it.
Stance. Yeah. I was gonna make a joke and be like, "Yo, you know what they need to do in Injustice 3? Hold back the block."
Hold back to block. Listen, Injustice games are already way nicer about that than other games because you can hold straight down and it blocks low on both sides. So that's kind of nice. But yeah.
Yeah, again, this topic can go on for a very long time. We could talk about like our dream wish list. We could talk about like what we want in the story and stuff like that. But it's like I get just small things essentially. I just want wacky rosters, honestly. I would say a good story mode, but a lot of people don't like Injustice no matter what they do. So it's like, what can they do to make a good story mode?
We should all pick one character that we absolutely want to see in Injustice 3.
Okay, King Shark.
Beast Boy.
John Constantine.
Yeah, those are 3 all like pretty great. I think wasn't Beast Boy.
He just said Constantine, and I'm
something?
angry, but it's fine.
That's the proper pronunciation, you motherfucker.
I don't care.
He's
it's
British.
Constantine in all the movies, because America.
Beast Boy. I think Beast Boy
Wasn't he in the mobile game?
I think so. I know in the comics he's dead because he got killed. In the
Doesn't matter though, really.
Doesn't matter. Yeah.
Because Scarecrow was dead too canonically, and they brought his ass back. So, yeah.
Oh, he never died.
Yeah.
It was a scaregrass. That was a fake body. Yeah.
I mean, fair. No, but yeah, I mean, Snake is right. Canonically, Beast Boy is dead, along with most of the Teen Titans, I think. So.
But we do. Yeah. But the thing is, Injustice has always been a multiverse story, so it's very easy to bring them back. It's one thing I think could actually really benefit it is, like, just let this story continue with comics, and instead make the games to be something more different. Like, imagine if every Injustice game was, well, obviously change the name because the other ones wouldn't be about an injustice, but each game could be about a whole different story, different versions of characters, and you could do a multiverse one. Well, here's some of the most popular multiverse versions of characters. Let's do a story mode where, like, New 52 Batman meets, like, Flashpoint Wonder Woman meets Red Sun Superman, and then we've got all these, like, because one thing that's going to be difficult for continuing generally is the lack of Kevin Conroy. I mean, you can easily recast him, but would people really want to continue Injustice without Kevin Conroy? I know some people would, but in terms of the story, it would just be weird. So I think it would be beneficial to be like, let's just do alternate universes. Here's a big multiversal contest or something, and then like, here's Injustice Superman. Like 1 or 2 of the characters are just from Injustice, and then the rest are just from other universes. Just something I think could be an interesting take.
Yeah. What was that? Man, I'm just looking through these questions right now. You guys ask really great like specific questions. Even like for hosts, it's like it's awesome. Sorry, I just basically said the same thing again, but
for
like
hosts.
There's like some questions that are like for individual hosts and stuff like that. Yeah, but I don't know if I want to get. Well, we'll see. There is a question that I saw actually a couple people have stated, and it's also kind of relevant, so I think it's kind of nice. I'll just paraphrase because I think I just saw 2 same questions. Since Mortal Kombat made it into Fortnite and Rocket League, what other games do you want to see Mortal Kombat featured in?
Well, the obvious answer is like it's going to be Tekken and Street Fighter.
Oh, that's right, Tekken. I forgot about that. I was thinking of like Smash. Like I don't know why. I think
I feel
that'd
like
be kind of cute.
Those 3 are like the obvious ones, or the fighting games.
Yeah.
That's all I can really think of too. Unless Bloody Roar comes back. Or Killer Instinct, in which case put it in that because it'd be super cool.
There you go,
Look. If they did Bloody Roar, it came back. There's one character right now who makes the most sense to put in it, and anyone else would feel like a downgrade. Reptile.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Because he morphs into an animal person.
That's
Like,
so
right
awesome,
now,
dude.
he's
Holy shit.
the obvious pick.
Yeah, it's true.
What would I want him in?
But I want to see Katana turn into like a blue leopard.
But doesn't she
Or
turn? What does she
something.
turn into in her animality? Oh, the
problem is,
bird,
like-
the hummingbird. What's
Yeah,
it
but
called?
you can't do that for gameplay. The issue is all the animals are kind of taken in Bloody Roar. Like, they had to start going into like weird ones for the later games because they ran out of them. Like, they had to start doing elephants and stuff.
A hummingbird bird character for Katana. Why not? It doesn't sound
Turn her into a fucking kiwi. She turns into a giant kiwi or a giant ostrich.
Dude, actually, dog, Melina turning into a mantis anthro character, that go kind of hard.
Yeah, it'd be fun. Though they already kind of have a praying mantis-esque character in 3.
Okay.
The Unborn. He's not actually an animal. He's a weird, like, monster thing, but that's the whole point. God, I want that game to come back so bad. I want Bloody Roar to come back so freaking bad, man. Love that game.
If Virtual Fighter came back, that could always have a chance, you know?
It really is tricky to say what we want the characters to be in other than fighting games. Because that's just the easiest place to implement a guest character of any genre. Because otherwise you have to really consider. I mean, I know like Gears of War like had the Terminator stuff, so you could put like Sonya Blade or Jax in there.
Cool.
Or in COD, Sonya as an operator in COD against Kano. Like Kano was one of the bad guy operators.
That would make sense there.
And then you get like special, because you get special like kill animations for execution. So Kano could just like put him around, rip the heart out. Sonya could just do the kiss and burn them to death or something like that. I mean, the boys are in there for fuck's sake, and they got really funny executions. So that would actually be a really good place to put Sonya. Yeah, but that's my pick then. Sonya, probably Kano as well, because you need a bad guy for the opposite team. Put them into COD, and then you can play as them in zombies. Sonya Blade in COD Zombies.
That does sound really fun.
And it's like Sonya Blade, Homelander, and Snoop Dogg team up with John Soap McTavish to fight the Zambos. That's the current COD experience. No, sorry. Instead of Soap, it's Nicki Minaj. COD's weird, man.
That's true.
COD's
Nicki
really
Minaj.
weird. Like, I
It is very funny.
Some point about the fucked up continuity COD has now, where everything's part of one timeline, even when it makes no fucking sense.
There's a story. Oh my.
You have to play Warzone to get the full story of Modern Warfare. There are characters who turn up alive there who died in the campaigns, and then when they show up in later campaigns, you're expected to know they're alive already. There's no fanfare when these characters just show up. I don't play Warzone, so I don't know. So that's why I'm looking forward to that Wendigoon video about Modern Warfare. That should be fun.
I see. I think Tekken would be really my pick, even though Tekken's in a bad place right now, but still, like, I think I want to 3D Scorpion like moveset again. Like, why not? Having a Mortal Kombat character in another franchise doing fighting game moves, I just want to see what other people would do with these characters. I love your Bloody Roar idea, listening. Someone wrote a question for all 3 of us. There's a couple of them actually. That's like for each host here. So I will say this one. I think it's kind of interesting. Mega Kazoo Writer says, I have separate questions for the individual hosts and one for all you 3. For the Force Snake, did you read or play, as most people would say, the original Fate Stay Night Vigil novel or its remake?
No.
There you go.
No,
So it's a quick answer.
It's very long.
Yeah. All right, there you go. For Sonic XD, have you considered playing the Armored Core series? It's made by From Software, but offers a completely different experience compared to their Souls game. Yes, I have. Especially after I fucking finished Dark Souls 2, I need some sort of palate cleanser.
I actually really want to play that game too. Does it have multiplayer? Can you play with buddies? The old games I think had that.
I don't know if there's co-op, but I do know there's versus. You can actually get your character to like fight other characters and stuff like that. And I heard it's like they've expanded that to like ranked and stuff like that. I also heard it's a short game. Like the game is like 10 hours and stuff like that. So that intrigues me too. I've heard very good things about the game, but it's not a Souls-like, so nobody really talks about it. But yeah, I'm interested in that game. What were you saying, Snake?
Which game is it, sorry?
Armored Core, the newest one.
Right.
I hear the first boss will test your mettle. Like, the game's fun until the first boss, and then it becomes actually Dark Souls, where that separates the casuals from the Souls fans, because the casual players can't get past him.
I heard they nerfed him, though. I heard they actually nerfed that boss.
Okay, fair enough then. There you go.
But still, like, I would love to give that game a shot. And I heard it's got like, obviously the game's done now, but I heard it got like throughout the year it came out, it's like it got some slow patches and like it has like a ranked mode or something like that where you can actually fight other players and stuff like that. Either way, I would like to experience it. Yes, would love to. But for now, like, freaking Snake is recommending me DMC reboots, for crying out loud. So I don't know if I've got time. I'm just saying.
He's gonna be a coward and just play the good ones.
Why do you have such disdain for a game you never played?
For a true underdog.
Hello.
At what issue do you plan for your comic to end? And then he says, I prefer to go through something once it's been completed instead of waiting for the next episode issue to come.
So my story in my head, we're actually already beginning, we're like halfway through issue 2, and I have 3 other comics that are already done, but they're not part of the same continuity. They're all one-offs. If you're referring to the top tier series, I don't know how long it will go on for, because I have to introduce all the characters in their own way, which means they probably have to fight, because it's a fighting game. But then there's a huge twist that happens, and the entire plot pretty much changes, and I want to get to that too. So I don't know, man. It could easily be 10 issues, if not more. If it ever got picked up by a mainstream publisher, then it would go on for a lot longer. But if it was just me having to fund every single one, maybe 10 issues or something. Yeah. So you're going to wait a while, though, because I'm getting like 1 issue out a year. So you don't want to probably wait 10 years to read it. Just saying.
Yeah.
I sadly don't have a workhorse that can pump out an issue every month. I wish I did. I don't get how Japan does it. They find these people who will make an entire chapter of a manga like every month or 2 months for almost bare minimum wage, and they'll do it.
Yep.
Like, it's crazy to me. Now, for some manga, I get it. Like My Hero Academia, despite being so popular, the art is typically not that great in a lot of the pages, but for some of these mangas, like Record of Ragnarok, I'm like, Jesus, how do you pump this out every month? This art is phenomenal. Yeah.
My Hero still has some pretty good art. Okay, the reason why I know is because they compare it to the anime and be like, this is what it looks like in My Hero, and here's the low budget in the anime and stuff like that.
Sure. Like the action scenes look really cool, but like the regular just like people talking in a room is like the laziest art. They're just like barely even sketched, and you're like, oh, okay, that's how they get through it so fast. Because there's a lot of talking in that show. By the way,
that's how they. Yeah.
Tiny minor thing, but that season finale was not even a season finale. It just ended, and you're like, oh. Now we just wait for the next season.
I have not watched the anime yet. You're saying in season 7?
Yeah, it just ends on like not even a cliffhanger. 'Cause it makes it seem like the next episode is coming, and then it just ends. You're like, oh.
Wah.
Same with Dan to Dan. Dan to Dan ended without any cliffhanger at all. It just like I thought another
Dan to Dan ending still baffles me. Like,
because it's not an ending.
Yeah. at least we're getting it in July. It's coming. It's coming back very fast. July is gonna come, and we're gonna have the best anime coming back again. I also heard My Hero season 8's the final one.
I will say I plan on issuing, for the person who asked about the comic, I will say that I plan on doing an Amazon release soon, because for the people that still haven't gotten the comic, it's people who haven't responded to my emails. I've reached out and I'm like, hey, your comic got sent back to me because it said the address was incomplete, but I used the address you gave me on the Kickstarter. So like I reach out with the email and I still haven't heard back. So everyone has pretty much gotten their comic now that's supposed to, which means I can finally drop the comic on Amazon is my next plan, which means you'll probably get it for cheaper. You're not going to be able to get the limited covers because that was the deal of the Kickstarter, is those covers are just for backers. But like you'll get the cover A on Amazon, and I'm hoping that Amazon has a digital option too. I'm going to do that soon, sometime this year, so you can get the comic for cheaper if you want to, as a digital-only copy or as an Amazon copy. That should be fun. Give me 20 seconds. Yeah.
Okay. I was about to say someone else asked something about his comic. Oh well. We arrive was till the end of time. My friend is already asking me, do you want to play Comp and Rivals? Just then. It's like, let's break up. This is my friend was trying to get the Grandmaster.
We still need to play Rivals as a group as well.
Yeah, I think that'd be very fun. Although there's a big issue though that I've noticed.
I'm so sorry about that, guys. My video just went live, and I was going to ignore that my video went live and just let it be live without posting a pinned comment, but my timer was going off because my sweetheart is currently vacuuming the rest of the house, so she can't hear my timer. So I thought, well, if I have to go in there and turn it off, then I'm going to post that pinned comment anyway. So anyway, I'm back. We can resume.
Very wholesome. Yeah, Snake, he brought up he said we got to find time to play Marvel Rivals together.
Hell yeah!
I did find it. There is a bit of an issue though. I think all three of us are support mains.
And that meta's done now, right? That meta is over. Well, I'm also a Venom main, so I can do Venom or Penny Parker.
Like you can have your main, but you need to have a main in each category.
Okay, that's fine then.
I
guess I can kind of play.
Otherwise, trust me, as someone whose friends mostly play DPS, if you don't play multiple characters in a different class, at least one character in each class, you are letting the team down because the team loses so much versatility.
I can Strange, and then if I'm forced to, I'll be like, okay, we need a tank, fuck it, Strange. And then I'm basically can play every single support. It's just DPS is weirdly like where I'm like, I can play it, I'm just not gonna be good at it. Whereas support, I can be like, I'm gonna do more damage. I'm gonna do more damage than you, like Punisher as Cloak and Dagger.
It's true. I think the only DPS I'm good at is ironically not a DPS. Everyone considers him a Vanguard, and it's Mr. Fantastic. So
Mr. Fantastic? That's not a DPS. That's a Vanguard.
Right? I love that meme where it's Star Wars and it's like, we'll allow you to join, but we don't grant you the title of Vanguard. It's just Mr. Fantastic with all the people in the chairs. He's impossible to kill. Like, he is a tank. It's so funny.
He got stronger this patch, by the way. Apparently, I'm seeing him being played a lot.
I never thought
he
was bad. It's the funny part. I like him because if you miss the initial hit, you can just drag the camera. Yeah.
In low level, people can't handle him. He's so good in low level rank. You can rank up with him so fast. Once you get the diamond, people be like, oh, it's fantastic. Wipe him. They know how to handle him, basically. That's where it gets hard. But it's like early on Penny, where nobody know how to handle her. That's kind of how fantastic.
And now Penny got buffed. She got hella buffed, so I'm excited. Ooh. Hell yeah.
Yeah. I guess I can play Penny. I can play tank and supports like pretty good. Supports mainly, but DPS is where I'm like, as all my friends take DPS. That's what
Snake is falling asleep. Back to the question, Sonic.
Okay.
He's falling asleep.
This is not related to that original person. Somebody else asked this, so I kind of like. I guess I'll just add it into here.
No, Snake. No.
What happened? Wow, you're so rude. Somebody here, the Relo Fox, is interested and asked, "What tip would you give to someone who is trying to make his own comic?" And you're gonna fall asleep to that. Wow. Okay, Snake. Unbelievable.
It's not a question for me. So what the fuck? What? So why do I have to get involved? Fuck you.
Go give a wholesome answer, dog.
Yeah. I mean, I guess the first question is, how good is your drawing? If you're even remotely good at drawing, I would recommend doing the first few issues yourself, because you'd be surprised how many comics started off with very average art from the writer. Like Invincible was terrible for the first few issues. The art was absolute garbage, and then some crazy artistic man picked it up and is now like the illustrator. And then you have One Punch Man, which also started off being garbage. And then you have Attack on Titan, which started off pretty bad, but then the artist just got better. So that's an interesting one too. Plus, if you do it yourself, you can actually pump it out every 2 months or so, because you're the one doing it. It's way harder to get an artist to be as passionate about it as you are. So, yeah. That'd be my tip first off. Another big tip is you want to write it like it's a screenplay. Don't write it like a book. That way you know what's happening in each panel and stuff. Also, if you want someone to illustrate for you, it's nice to have a script that's already explaining what happens so the artist can do that. I would also recommend, because we live in the modern era, I recommend when you're looking at artists and stuff, don't be afraid to reach out to other countries for your artist, because you might find an artist who lives in a different part of the world. My artist for top tier, I think, lives in Portugal. So, like, and he's fantastic. So don't be afraid to reach out to people in a different part of the world.
Very great tips.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the last question this guy has is for all three of us. If you were to 1v1 each other in Mortal Kombat, who would win? Now, I don't like the broader term of this question, because this kind of just makes it seem like if we play Mortal Kombat 1, who wins? It's true underdog.
Hopefully. Be very embarrassing if I lost.
But I bet, like, if we fought in real life in Mortal Kombat 1, like, who would win? I feel like that would be the funnier question. We get our own cameo fighters and shit.
That's an interesting one, because I feel like Snake would come in with a plan. Snake would pull
who
some
out of the
Looney
three of
Tunes
us,
trap
who's the most violent? Yeah. Who
But he doesn't know that I'm rolling up with the cameo assist, because I have my buddy from Texas with a legal carry license who's just going to pop you from a distance. That's my cameo summon.
That's why, dog, on stage select, I picked the UK so you can't bring your fucking guns.
No!
I was about to bring up saying, like, Snake has all those boxes of toy guns, but then maybe one of them is And then, but then I'm like, hang on a second, but Dog is in the States. He literally has
in the state too of the states where we like have a fetish over having guns.
The gun country.
Yeah. Should we ban weapons? Should we ban weapons?
Snake has chosen gun-free zone as the stage. Damn it! Damn it!
I mean, if there are no weapons at all, then that's not Mortal Kombat. That's more like Street Fighter or Tekken.
I guess so.
Virtua Fighter is what it is.
Yeah.
Virtua Fighter sucks.
You know what's the thing is though? Like I think the thing that's gonna help me out the most is the cameo fighter. I'll be like, okay, Striker, shoot him. You got a gun recently, right?
Well, you bring your Asian mother with her fucking shoe, just beat the shit out of me like Madame Bo.
Yes, literally just.
Like Asians and Latinos have the advantage. Their mothers will come in with the shoe and beat the shit out of people. That's a racial superpower right there.
Got the fatal blow right there already.
Did Sonic hear my joke or no?
It's a class benefit.
I didn't hear it, Doug. Say it again, Doug.
No, it's okay. I'm glad you heard Snakes, actually. I felt bad talking over him. No, I was going to joke that your cameo assist, Sonic, swallow that water first. Yeah, your cameo assist would probably be like you reaching into your pocket and throwing a fucking pet lizard at me. Just like, go! And it's like, oh, shit. Not his pet iguana. Shit.
I just have the lizard ready here, basically.
The idea of Sonic getting an actual pet, like, iguana or some other kind of lizard and naming it Reptile or Sizoth is so cute.
It's not far off. I actually like a long time ago, my brother did used to have like a very cute lizard. So it's like, yeah, we used to have that.
Aww.
But what if Snake shows up and joke's on us because he rolls up with a buff waifu so tall and massive that he's riding on her shoulder. She's like one arm carrying him, and he's on her shoulder like, get him! And she just like charges and just clotheslines our asses.
Oh, you know that one SpongeBob meme where like the really buff guy brings in Patrick?
Yeah, it's like that.
It's like that.
No, it's straight up Ferritor. She
throws Snake like a weapon.
And I go right through your torso. Or she holds you by the arms like that, and I just slice you into.
You gotta say Pharaoh like quotes now, I guess.
I feel like if Snake was a fighting game character, he would like fight like Phoenix Wright in Marvel 3, where he like yells, but it's all lore facts about Mortal Kombat, or he like continuity error is one of his yells, like continuity error, and it like hits you with it, and it's like, oh shit, fuck, I broke the lore.
Oh, I fucked up. Damn it.
Not
your whole life is a continuity error. Ah.
Yeah.
Retcon, like you hit me and I go retcon and I retcon your attack out.
Yeah, just undoes the damage like Garrus's time rollback bullshit. Retcon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, damn.
And I'm like, series in a rot, and then you freeze in place.
I will say, y'all have the best chance of beating me if we fight though, because I'm at my like smallest I've ever been in terms of muscles. So
to be fair, you actually work out though, so you will have more muscles than us. I feel like in that aspect, you do have an advantage.
Yes, but it's the lowest it's ever been. I'm just saying, because I'm back to free weights. That's how small I've gotten. I'm not even doing the bars anymore and stuff. I'm just back to doing like 25, 30-pound free weights, and I'm just curling those.
I'm only doing treadmills, so that's definitely more of like a punching advantage from you there. Okay, the point is, like, the answer is we would all win because we're not going to hurt each other because we love each other. We're friends, right, guys?
We'd all kiss the homies and do a friendship.
Mercy, exactly. I know Snake is about to do a really funny rebuttal right there with that face. He's prepared.
Snake is still pondering the many ways to actually kill us in a fight. He's Batman prep timing.
Oh my gosh. Wait, hang on. Just keep talking. I gotta find this.
So what I'm hearing is in the Injustice version of Oz, I am the Batman, and one of you is the evil Superman that I'm raising the insurgency against. and then I use the dimensional portal to call in the female version of me from all those fan arts, and then she brings in her Justice League, and we just beat the shit out of both of you.
So. Like literally, we were making the joke, be like, Snake is actually contemplating how to kill us, and it's like, it's literally this literally this anime scene. She's just, oh, it's just a joke.
Yeah,
I love this anime. It's so good. But yeah, that's good. I have 2 more questions I want to get through because, like, as an ender, Aiden Federico 3728. Says, it's an interesting name. What is a romantic ship in Mortal Kombat pushed by the community you hate and one you actually like? So a hate and a like, and it's from the community, not official.
Kunal and Jade is trash. There's
To be fair, I've
nothing
never even heard
there.
of this.
Those two, because people pair them up because their best friends are a couple, and that's it. The two themselves, like the two work better as wingmen who work together to set things up for them. Those two should not be a couple. That is fucking lame.
I'm gonna steal it from Dog because I know he's gonna say it. Katana and Sub-Zero.
Oh, yeah, just because they're both blue. Yeah, pairing up any of the characters just because they're the same color is really annoying, which unironically NetherRealm did with MK11. That's the only reason they paired Jade and Kotal, because they're both green.
No,
you can't convince me otherwise.
that can't be the only reason.
And
no, just because they're green. Come on.
Yeah, because they're green. But I think Snick and I would both agree, actually, the worst one is when people pretend that Xiao and Sindel are a couple. Like, anyone trying to keep that going is the worst ship, I feel like.
That's official. That's not
sure,
that's
but
not
I mean, like,
community.
old school. If anyone does art of, like, old Sindel and Xiao, like, that to me is very cursed.
Ah, okay. I feel like that'd be more they like it from a lesser good reasoning, like a worse, like I don't want to say the R word kind of reasoning.
I mean, I'm one of those people that doesn't really give a shit about ships because it's all fictional. I really don't personally care.
Yeah.
So you can do whatever you want to. They're fictional characters. I 1000% believe that. So do whatever you want. Like, I really don't care.
Yeah, like, look, even though we're saying we don't like Kung Lao Jade, it doesn't matter. Like, it's fun. Who cares?
I think Kung Lao Jade's actually hilarious, but yeah.
I still think Reptile Li Mei for that short moment was very funny too.
Like, my image of Kung Lao and Jade's relationship is that they see some big development going on for Liu Kang and Katana. You know, maybe the first kiss or the first time they have sex, and those two are just like, yeah, bro,
so
high-fiving each other, yo, pog.
Man, I'm really trying to think what is a ship that's by the community that I actually like. Like, I'm trying to think.
Oh, here's another one that's dumb. Is Cassie Cage and Kano's son.
Oh god. Oh, I thought you were gonna say Cassie Cage and Kano, because that's a ship too, which is fucked up.
Yes.
The number of people are like,
Kano and the cages. I've heard comments telling me about this.
We need Kano's son to be added to the game and romance Cassie Cage. No, fuck you. That's terrible. That's atrocious.
Not a romantic, but I mean Kano's son as a character, sure. But
yeah, I mean, that has potential. But when it's like, oh, bring him in, have him romance Cassie, it's like, no.
Oh, I'm really trying to think. What is a ship that I've seen that I'm like, oh, that's cute.
Well, you like Reptile and Ashra.
That's official though because of Mortal Kombat. And no, I don't.
There are some hints.
That's what I mean. They're not. They're only paired together because Mortal Kombat paired them together. You know, it's not like people thought of this amazing ship. Like, no. Granted, I don't even like them. I'm just supporting them because Reptile is there.
Yeah.
I want to think of one though. I do want to think of one that I like.
I guess the cringiest will always be pairing someone with a person who is like abusive to them or would otherwise hate them. That's always going to be like the cringiest one. So if anybody
does that mean Shao Kahn can't be paired with anybody?
Well, no, I was gonna say more like if Li Mei was shipped with Shang Tsung or something, because he like put her soul in like a, an undead soldier and all that.
I thought of one. I have one. I have one that I actually do.
Oh, Quan Chi
like,
and Serena's pretty cursed if anyone does that. Yeah.
I have one that I actually like just because of how like the story plays out, and I genuinely do find these two to actually be like weirdly fitting together. Shang Tsung and Quan Chi, especially in the new game. These two
deadlier
are, like,
alliance.
These two are fucking just like a couple, literally just a married couple in the story. But when I'm looking at these two, I'm like, gosh, you two are just like literally a pair. So I kind of like that ship actually. Weirdly, I'll say that.
I mean, it says a lot that those two are always being brought. I mean, you could argue, well, they come together here because other Shang Tsung has seen other timelines. He saw what they would do together, and he brings them together while he works with another Quan Chi. But it really does seem like every timeline conspires to bring those two to working together. It's like,
And the thing is, though, in the past, Deadly Alliance and MK9, it's just like whatever. But it's in Mortal Kombat 1 specifically, I'm just like, you two bounce off each other. You two literally are like doing evil together, and it's like entertaining to watch. It's like that specifically. I'm like, this is funny. I like this.
I would say as long as Quan Chi is the bottom, I'm fine with this.
They'll fight for it, I guess. I don't know. Now you guys need to find one that the community made popular. You guys got this. I believe. Trust.
I can't pick my own. I'm not allowed to pick my own, unfortunately.
Oh, I know what you're about to say. You're about to say the Evo Sonia and Janet, aren't you?
Yeah,
the one that you're making more popular.
The strongest warrior
That's
for
a fun
that
one.
ship. So I can't pick that. That's
To
too
be fair, I
easy,
think
it's
I've
unfair.
started a bunch of weird ones too, with like Reptile and the Lizard, Reptile and Kentaro. Reptile Lime is a joint effort. I know that. So I feel like I've started a couple of weird ones. Very minor, but kind of weird.
I tend not to really like a lot of the stuff that fans go for, because I find a lot of ship types are just terrible. Like I really can't stand ships that are just these two characters are friends, therefore they want to fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean
see
like
it a lot
Katana
in-
Jade or something?
Yeah, you see it a lot in Persona as well, or Jonshi. I'm like, stop devaluing friendship.
Okay. Jonshi
fuckers.
is really strong though. Holy shit. That's whatever. I'll if they want to be happy, let them be happy for me at least.
Yeah, but
I'm only saying that because I know people who are into that.
Yeah, they can just do whatever. I don't care, but I just don't care for it. Personally.
You don't
So
like
it's
how
hard-
that's a starting point? Well, I mean, okay, I'm gonna try to think like of an example of like this. I get what you mean though, but sometimes that's like how they're connected. Like these two characters are the why they would think of these two characters as a pairing.
Yeah, I think it just happens too often with like best friend characters, and I'm like,
okay.
I'm just tired of seeing it. Like you can do good stories with that, obviously. Like I'm not saying that it's inherently bad. It's just most of the time it's just so shallow as a setup. I just don't care for it. It's hard
I
to
just thought
define
of one, but then it became canon in the recent Chaos Reigns. It's like Rain and Tanya, weren't they shipped together before? But then it's like, oh wait, hang on, that's canon now because of Chaos Reigns.
Oh. So that game really is one big fan fiction.
Chaos Reigns. I mean, Chaos Reigns has about like 10 ships confirmed. Well, shown.
Yeah. Like, cause remember, like I think every playable character is involved in some kind of ship now. It was playable in Chaos Reigns because you got Bihan and Sector. Cyrax had a thing going with Kuai
Scorpion.
Liang. Then Rain and Tanya are just straight up a couple together.
Yep.
And you know, both of them in previous timeline have fucked Melina. So
Wait, Rain did? I didn't know about that.
I think it's at least implied, but there's a lot of people Melina was fucking in that comic.
I know in the comics Reiko did, yeah, but I didn't know about Rain.
Reiko, Goro, and I think there was a hint of something with Rain.
Goro? Wow. I'm
Yeah,
impressed.
the way she's like her hands are all over him when she's trying to seduce him to fight
Okay,
Kotal.
okay.
Yeah, she was getting around.
Come on, dog. You got to think of some sort of ship that you like, right?
I thought I did already. I thought I said I liked Kung Lao and Jade because they're like the B squad, so them being together is funny to me.
You said you liked that even after.
Although
after
I
what
liked,
Snake
I
said.
guess if we're talking about canon ones, my favorite is like that what if scenario in one of the intros in MK11, because Kitana has an intro with Jade where she, I think Jade says something like, "Oh, don't fall in love with Liu Kang so easily," and she goes, "I actually prefer his friend." And so in that one universe, Kitana's with Kung Lao, and I find that hilarious.
That's interesting actually. Katana
Because there's another
I forgot
intro
about that.
between Kung Lao and Kitana where he says, Liu Kang's lucky. And Kitana goes, in what way, Kung Lao? And he goes, he's lucky you and I didn't meet first. So those two intros kind of tie together where in that one timeline, that's what happened. She met Kung Lao first, and now Kung Lao has the girl.
I think that's a fair community like ship if you like that one. That's not like super pushed, but that's a good Katana Kung Lao though. Interesting.
I just realized that if Johnny Cage and Katana become a thing in the sequel games, then they're going to have that Lord of the Rings relationship going on because Katana ages so slowly. And imagine Sindel having that conversation or Melina, like, you do realize by the time he's like old and dying, you'll look barely 30. Like,
It's also going to be Raiden Katana, not Johnny though, unfortunately.
same thing. Yeah.
I mean, we know that Johnny and Katana have been hanging out after the events of the game. Has Raiden been hanging out with Katana after the game? I don't think so.
Yeah, and also he brought Katana to the movie theater and she liked it. She liked the movies.
He's making a movie in Outworld.
Someone's making a better. Someone's making a better move. Ooh.
Yeah.
Who's winning the Riz contest?
Like imagine that like as a way to reimagine the combat kids. Like, well, in this timeline, they're all gonna have different parents. Cassie Cage is not Sonya's daughter; she's Katana's, and so she has a completely different backstory and play style.
Oh God, be kind of cool.
I guess it's better than what we got currently.
Think about this. Think about this, Sonic. Imagine if Jackie Briggs had like another parent that she could be like with. Not Sonya, but like someone who can bring something more unique to the table. Like, what if Jax got with Serena or something?
Okay. You have the random woman character in Mortal Kombat, Serena. To be fair, she was a Cabal, so I mean that's not too far fetched.
Because most of them are taken. That's the thing.
Yeah.
No, Jax has to end up with Lee May because they're both like cops.
Oh yeah, Lee May.
Wow.
But they both use purple attacks. Come on, guys, they're made for each other.
Purple.
Oh my god.
Imagine if this actually somehow turned into a ship just because of one off-topic conversation here. That's
It's
crazy.
happened before.
Whenever Lee May gets mentioned, I think of like that one guy who makes entire YouTube videos about how characters' powers work. Like he explains them, and he had a very difficult time explaining Lee May's powers. He's like, I guess she's like a Green Lantern.
This.
Like she can just make constructs. I guess.
Yeah.
And now I kind of want that one fan of ours who makes the little sketches to make it out, like make a little comic about that. Like, Lee May, how do your powers work? And she's like making a little lantern. I have no idea. Making a little floating lantern. They just do. They just work.
Okay. I like this question. I wish we could talk longer about it, but I think we should move on to the final question.
Yeah.
That I've got here.
Good question.
So the final question we've got here is by Original King Julian 94.
Oh, I know that guy. What'd it do?
Oh. We know the majority hate the guest fighters. But what are your favorite guest fighters in the Mortal Kombat franchise? This goes from Kratos to T-1000. Like, what was your actual favorite like guest fighter out of everybody that they've added? The 16 or
Jason
17 of
and
them?
Predator were the best in my opinion.
Predator. Yeah, I was going to bring that one up for me too.
Yeah, even though I didn't play much of any of the characters in MKX outside of like story mode and arcade endings, Predator. I mean, that's partly because I love the Predator franchise, so that's an obvious one for me. But I think it was also a really solid representation because I feel like it was kind of the start of showing that NetherRealm can really do these characters well. Like Jason has a few things, then you have like you go back to Freddy and it's like. Not all that great representation, but then Predator was like kind of the start of they can do it really well, and we've seen how that can go with characters like T-1000, where it's like this is a really solid representation. I would probably say Predator, yeah.
Predator is cool because they found a way to work in everything.
I didn't say Alien, but like Predator versus Alien one is also pretty hype in Mortal Kombat X. Just be like, oh, these two in here, hell yeah, that kind of feeling.
I was actually angry when Alien got added. I was like, damn it. I wanted this to be Predator's game. Now it's going to be the Alien versus Predator game. But it was still cool. They did a pretty good job with Alien. They even gave him like the hatchlings and all that, which I didn't think they were going to go that far with the face huggers and all that.
They definitely made Alien
cool.
weird looking, but it's specifically for like Mortal Kombat. I still think it works though. It's like, okay, at least you did it. Kind of.
The Baraka twist was really clever.
I think in terms of concept, like in terms of like, you know, this character being put into MK, even though I don't really care much for the franchise, I think Spawn as Spawn in Mortal Kombat was so good as a pick.
Spawn, I think, is one of the best choices because fans wanted that one.
Yeah,
like,
Spawn's a great choice. He's the best.
Asked.
He's the best one to bring into a game. I agree that Spawn is the most like. If you're asking like who was the best pick, Spawn. But I don't think Spawn's gameplay was quite as fully realized as like Predator.
Unfortunately, Mortal Kombat 11.
And with Jason, it's cool because Jason's not his main gameplay that's cool to me. It's his passive traits that he gets. That's so interesting.
Yeah.
Like how in that one variation, his command grabs do more damage the lower he is on health. That's like super interesting. That move where he snaps his own neck and reverses your controls and walks towards you slowly is so much fun. I love that nonsense.
Yeah, I like Jason too. When he versus, I was like, oh. It's kind of cool seeing Jason move and schmove and stuff.
I love when NetherRealm starts doing weird stuff with the characters instead of just making them like a straightforward fighter. That's really interesting to me. I like that stuff.
Because this is Mortal Kombat related, unfortunately we can't really bring them up, but I do kind of like the Injustice guest characters, like TMNT, Hellboy, and stuff like that.
Oh, that's a good point,
like,
actually.
Okay,
yeah.
Right? It's like these aren't brought up a lot because this is Injustice, but they're also technically guest characters from NRS, and I do think those are not too bad too.
Hellboy is such a weird one because he's a great pick, but what I mean is his gameplay is so weird because it's the only time I've seen a fighting game character, specifically a guest character if you want to get even more minute about it. He plays nothing like you would think his main gimmick would be. Like when you think Hellboy, you think big lumbering character with magical items, which he still has magical items, but unironically, Hellboy is the most mobile character in that game, which is super funny. He has that super jump that is a main part of his combos, and it's so wacky, and it's like a main part of his get in. It's so funny to watch this big boy jump around all the time, like he's a little grasshopper, because I don't think he does that in the comics, so I just found that super funny that he's constantly jumping around. He can even halt his own jump, which looks really weird, but it's part of his gameplay.
I will always appreciate the inclusion of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, just so we can get... Dude, I could be gaming as a meme.
I still like what Donatello
Also,
says when you pick him. He says something like, compared to coding, this fight will be easy. Like he's roasting your ass. Like 'cause he says programming is harder than beating your ass.
yeah. And also, like, I think the inclusion of Mortal Kombat characters in Injustice was pretty well done. Like, oh, this is cool. See, like, the Injustice renditions of Mortal Kombat characters.
It would be embarrassing if the Mortal Kombat team made bad renditions of Mortal Kombat characters in their other game.
Yeah, I just remember it's like, you picked Raiden, but then, like, the Raiden trailer shows up and he does his, like, super with the fucking Mortal Kombat logo. It's like, oh,
yeah,
it looks
so
kind of cool with the lightning dragon and shit.
And then you have Black Lightning's really dumb version of the super where it's just a black fist. Or just like just like the civil rights fist that he makes, and he just like punches you with it.
I mean, in fairness, what else are you gonna put there as just like mobile projectile? Like,
yeah, I guess it's like a giant lightning bolt would have been fine. But yeah, it's not a bad thing. It's just like compared to what Raiden does, it's way less hype. I was also sad that a lot of the cool stuff we saw in the gameplay trailer for Raiden were his optional abilities, which are banned in competitive play and like banned in like in ranked, so you can't even use them. Like his they brought back his storm cell kind of thing from MKX, but like made it way more interesting, and you can't even use that as part of his default like tool set. I'm like, oh man, I wanted to do that shit. Man.
And while I basically kind of despise and don't really like the choices in Mortal Kombat 1, I'm not going to deny that they didn't do a bad job with them. Like, I do think, especially the second wave, it's like, oh, Ghostface and T-1000 are very well done characters, even though I did not want them in here.
Ghostface is absurdly well done.
Sorry, my invincible friend.
I mean, yeah, with Omni-Man, he's still a good character. It's just that he doesn't get the... Yeah. I do agree he didn't get the love that the other guest characters did.
Yeah,
I suspect that Homelander and Omni-Man either one would have been way better if it was just one in the game, because because they came out in together, you can just tell they were like, okay, this is a really cool idea. Which one's going to get it?
Yep.
I also feel like they both got it because it's one of those like, oh, Omni-Man versus Homelander is a thing, right, guys? Let's do that. They even put it in a trailer. They did that like when Homelander came out and stuff like that. So it's like they wanted to push that. Omni-Man
does have one W. He got possibly the best mod in the entire game that was made by, I think, Money Jr., where he does like the butt pose. Yeah, whenever he parries your attack, it does the butt pose. It's so good.
That is amazing. But yeah, I don't like to just be like, oh, les guest characters are bad. But like, I do think there are things to definitely appreciate them, especially throughout the years now. It's like, oh, like there's good things that have come from this, obviously. It's just mostly just like, it's the same thing with like, imagine MK fans, but it's not as bad for like City of the Wolves fans with like literally Ronaldo and, I keep forgetting his name. I'm so sorry, Mr. I liked your song, but whatever. The singer, like, it's like, they took a spot. They took 2 spots away from Fatal Fury characters. That's how I feel a lot nowadays with like the guest characters. And the sad thing is, at least I just feel like this is a lot more recently. Just people do not share the sentiment that we share, which is the fact that too many guest characters. Can we just have more Mortal Kombat characters? No. The casual audience prefer guest characters. I feel like I've noticed that a lot more recently.
I think that they like some guest characters. It's somewhere in the middle, right? Because I think everyone would agree that 6 is too many, which is what MK1 has, right? I even joked in the video that just went live at noon today. At one point I bring up, like, dear God, 6 guest characters is half the roster of 2XKO. It is 1/3 the roster of Street Fighter 6. Like, this is a lot of guest characters when you think about it. Like, the sheer size. And I even joke also, like, I think they're running out of ideas because they had to reach for Conan, for Pete's sake.
Yeah.
T-1000.
T-1000's dope. I will not let you mention that in the same breath.
No, I like T-1000. I think he's cool, but come on. as a choice. You know what I mean?
We
It's
all
like-
know T1000 was a test for Chrome. Okay, we all know this.
Okay. I'm excited to see Chrome in the next game. Okay.
And everyone forgets about the first guest character, Mocap.
That kind of
Technically-
counts, I guess.
Technically,
because
he's
he's
a real
reference
life
to
dude.
the actual mocap. Yeah, right,
Yeah.
right. That's a very cute way of putting it.
I mentioned
Although if you
that
wanna
in
go-
today's video also. I'm like, yeah, he's technically the first guest if you want to get hyper specific about it. But
But I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like we could go even further. I just feel like there's some other character that even further is like a reference or something.
I
or a
think they
guest
should do
character.
Kratos again for a guest character. People are like, oh, he's too similar. No, the new Kratos is completely different. You could totally make a whole new
wouldn't
moveset
mind.
out of him.
Exactly.
The thing is, that could be neat. The problem is, I don't want to open the door on guest characters can come back and continue taking slots from characters who deserve it. I would generally rather these characters just
Okay.
be one-duns.
You
But, like,
elitist.
what if Predator
You
comes back?
elitist.
Oh,
Right.
yeah, an elitist because I want MK characters in MK.
Yeah,
I want to
that's
build
so.
a wall around MKville and keep all those
Yeah, you're
foreign
building the wall,
IP
Snake, and I'm
characters
Ronald
out.
Reagan saying, tear it down. Tear it
But
down.
like I'm saying, Snake. But what if Predator came back, huh?
I would rather have another MK character.
Okay. I mean, I agree, but yes, I'm just bringing that
I
up.
understand what he's saying, though. It's true. I just think if they're like completely different characters at that point, it's okay. But if it would mean a whole army of more guest characters returning, then no, don't do it.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to see like, oh, here's Predator, but he's just like the new Predator from the Prey movie. Like I don't want that.
But what about the Predator from that new animated movie? Ooh.
I'm curious to see that. That show will win me over if they have the Predator win
No, it's a film.
at least sometimes.
That's the weird part. It's a film.
Yeah, it's a movie, even though it looks like an anthology. But it's
Oh, I
like,
thought it was
it's
I thought it was a several episode series. Oh.
I mean, I
So it's
guess-
gonna be
my
like
guess
Sin
is-
City then, where it cuts back and forth between different points in time and
Yeah.
different hunts. I'm
Like,
guessing.
maybe
that'd be-
it'll be the same predator coming back and doing multiple hunts. So as
Well,
well,
no,
like,
you
timed together.
literally
The different
see
body types,
every
yeah.
period of time was a different predator, right?
Yeah.
In the ad. Yeah, that's what I think. I partially feel like it's gonna be one of those because I've seen movies that are like the movie is like an hour and 30 minutes, but it's literally like 3 different like small movies in the 3 movie kind of a shenanigan. I feel like maybe they'll do something like that. I like the idea of them intertwining though. Like I think that's cool.
If I had to guess, I would say probably was pitched as a show, but then they couldn't get the budget for that or what have you. They wasn't interested. They said, okay, we'll do it as a movie with the hope that it will be successful enough that they can then leverage that to make a show with the same premise.
Yeah,
So
because like
we've done the samurai one, so next we're going to do Predator versus the Mongols, Predator versus pirates, Predator versus knights. You know, so
Yeah.
something like that.
I remember I did bring up to you, Snake, like when I saw the trailer, I'm like, Predator in the samurai age, isn't this something that Snake like wished for? Like he saw a shooting star and wished for this to happen, and now we're gonna get it.
When you wish upon a star.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look for like a meme because like you guys seen the trailer, right?
Yeah, and I was excited too. I showed it to my girlfriend because I had to explain to her. I was like, yeah, I played Predator Concrete Jungle on the PS2, and in that game you get to kill different types of predators. So I was always sad that in the films it was always the same predator archetype because there's multiple types of predator, like as far as builds and stuff. Now that
And then
said, I didn't like how in that one
then you
movie they
wished-
brought in the super predator. That was so
Yeah,
stupid.
you wished upon a star, and the predator exists, and you're like, oh, I shouldn't have said that.
Okay, what I wanted to bring up was I saw this one tweet because in the trailer there's like one where it's like in the World War II era or something like that, and there's like a pilot fighter plane and then there's like a predator there too.
They all crash
like,
into it.
on one hand, a fighter pilot predator who specializes in aerial combat is so unbelievably hard, goes so unbelievably hard, but also you just know all the other predators make fun of him for sitting in a chair all day, and it's like, hey, what'd you know? I'm as cool as you guys and stuff like that. Yeah. How's the AC? Imagine the trash talk in the predator locker room.
Well, it was an established thing early on that the predators actually seem to prefer hot. That's why it's like the jungles of South America or a really massive heat wave in LA. But then AVP comes out and it's like, well, now they're just going to go around in frozen tundra and it's just fine. And I guess it's lost track of it.
Well, those people did not play or watch the Predator films clearly because they break a lot of canon in that film.
You telling me that Paul W.S. Anderson, director of the Resident Evil movies, doesn't care about source material, bro?
What's sad too is that film is based on a comic series in Dark Horse that's actually a pretty fun read. Like the AVP comics are actually pretty fun, and yeah. Anyway, why did we? How long is this gonna be? We were.
We're almost done. Yeah.
Pick up a spear, little bro.
That's what people tune in for, dude.
Exactly. But yeah, I think that's that should be good. Thank you all for the questions. We probably won't answer this many next time, but a lot of great questions. I appreciate seeing them.
Keep sending them in. Keep sending them in.
More. I'm gonna do the Star Wars.
Plot twist. That Predator is actually handicapped. That's why he has to stay in the ship the whole time.
Ooh, a handicapped Predator. That sounds cute. It's gonna be very sad once the ship goes down. You just can't move anymore. It's like, oh, that's the twist. He's handicapped. Oh, okay, bye.
No, his ship explodes. He falls into the water, and he has like no lower half of his body. He's like, he just sinks and drowns. And you're like, oh shit. I hope that at least some of the Predators win, because I'm tired of watching Predator lose in every single film. There's got to be at least one where the Predator lives. That way he's scary again.
Isn't it Predator 2? Never mind. I haven't seen this. I don't know.
Imagine the terrible twist that actually the nuclear bombs that were dropped on Japan were actually Predator ships going down and detonating.
Oh!
And that's why there's never been like a proper nuclear weapon launch against another nation since, because we don't actually have the technology. It's just shooting down Predator ships.
America just takes credit for it casually, like, yes, we did do that. And we'll do it again. It's like...
Tune in next time when we talk about the Devil May Cry anime, where we get even more political than that. Bye! I don't know. How else do we end this?
No, that's fine by me.
Well,
that's
I'm just
fine.
picturing like a scene where it's like, okay, here's who did the Oppenheimer movie?
Christopher Nolan.
So he's there like doing research and going through government files, and he's like, what is this? Aliens? Alien shit? And he's like, Oppenheimer was like the fall guy. He didn't actually do anything. It was just like the Predators ships going down with the nukes. And then it's like, he discovers it, and it's like, Mr. Nolan, you're under arrest for discovering our secrets. And he gets taken away by like the Men in Black or some bullshit. It's like, oh no, unfortunately, Christopher Nolan cannot make any more overly long, boring, terrible movies. Sag, unfortunate. How's that for an end note? That I don't like Christopher Nolan movies. Fuck you.
Oh my gosh, what the fuck is wrong with you? Sorry, I came back to reality. What the fuck? Okay, I think I can end it like that. That's a funny joke, Snake. That's very funny.
Joke?
Mm-hmm.